Morty's Diner. Hot coffee without the toxic sludge.
Hey, can I get a cup of coffee over here? It's like my father told me, Morty. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. This live streaming racket can be the ticket, but there will always be someone looking to take over as the boss. Watch yourself, Morty. There are other families in the live stream world that don't play by any code of conduct as our family does.
Well, hey, good evening. Welcome. Welcome to Morty's Diner. The relaxing place to be. Absolutely. Oh, wow, what a day. Got a lot to talk about today, which, of course, won't be of interest to anybody, but that's okay. Oh, man. Got a brand new video. We'll play that in a few minutes. Brand new video tonight. It's great. Tonight's show is entitled News Alert. Oregon and Washington wildfires. The emergency situation. Also, we at the diner reserve the right to refuse service to anyone. That means those people and those other people and, the general crowd of, undesirable mutants. I don't mean to sound anti-mutant, but, those YouTube inbred mutants. Okay. Oh, hello, Boris. Yeah, it's all burning. Oregon is on fire, and Washington. Luckily, I got to see the rhododendrons on top of the mountain and the migration of monarch butterflies. What mountain? Mount Hood or some other mountain? You ever been to the Crystal Springs Rhododendron Park? I'm sure you have. It's one of the few beautiful places in Portland. Yeah. It's called Crystal Springs Rhododendron Park. It's a beautiful place. I've been there on romantic dates. It's really nice. And then we go to Elmer's afterwards for a early bird special dinner. If you know what I mean. Let me hold on. I need some benzos to do this. All right, let me get those on standby here. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Gampers. Good evening from the People's Republic from New Yorkistan. Yes. So I hear that it's in the works for Mayor Mamdani to be deported back to Uganda, where he's from. So Kinshasa or somewhere. So that would be fantastic if Trump can arrange a deportation of Mayor Mamdani. Mandami or Mamdani? Mandami. I don't know, whatever. Hey, good evening, Mr. Higgins. Great to see you. Hey, I'd like to talk about the Horology Dungeon channel a little bit, but we'll do that later after we get through the new video presentation. Because I have some just some rhetorical kind of questions. Just questions I ask myself. I'm not expecting answers. Just, talking out loud kind of questions. Good to see you, Higgins. I'm sure you're sitting there with a marzipan and a cup of coffee right now. All right, well, here at the diner, we did a lot of puffin content, which was just beautiful stuff. And then we went from whales, actually, we did a lot of whale content, which was fantastic. Got some people out there who were anti-whale. They didn't like the whale content, but, anybody who doesn't like animals, especially whales, they're just scum, And then we did a lot of puffin stuff, puffin content. Here's Mulva, one of our waitresses at the diner with a friendly puffin. And, like it says in the title of tonight's video, we reserve the right to refuse service to anyone. And that means, well, undesirable people. And when they act up, when the puffin is unhappy, then we forcibly remove them. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and present our new video for tonight. And let's see if I can do this without screwing it up. Let's go for it. Yes, a fantastic video. Just great. Great video. Yeah, we don't serve certain people here. We reserve the right to refuse to serve who we don't want to serve. You know, the undesirables. All right, let's get back to the comments. Mr. Higgins, I am happy to reply to you, but I am heavy on the benzos this morning. Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. That's two of us. So I won't really be seeking an actual reply. I'm just going to put out some questions or comments on the new dungeon. And we'll get to that in a few minutes. Great video, wasn't that? Okay, campers. Morty. I was stunned by the celerity? What is this word? Celerity of the inaccurate, later retracted personal attack by Higgy. I gotta take those benzos now. I'm freaking out. Hang on. I'm absolutely having a freak out. Hang on. Okay. You know what I should do is when I do my shows is just start an IV. I know how to do that. I used to be in the medical field. And I can start an IV. It's true. And I mean, I'm not going to say what capacity, but I was. And I could start my IV here. And then when I want to do benzos, just, inject it into the IV tube, and it'll kick, like in a hospital emergency room, they give it to you. It takes effect very quickly. So I'll ask my doctor if I can get all the home intravenous equipment. All right. Morty, I was stunned by the celerity. I don't know what that word is. Is that a real word? Of the inaccurate, later retracted personal attack by Higgy. When I asked a very reasonable question earlier, as I was on my way back to the bagel shop. I could have looked this up. Are you trying to impress me with a new word here? Like William F. Buckley or something? Celerity. You might have meant just celery. Okay, hang on, I spelled it wrong. I'm always open for a new word. Celerity. Swiftness. Speed. Okay. I never heard that word before. Well done, campers. Good vocabulary choice. I was stunned by the swiftness of the inaccurate, later retracted personal attack by Higgy when I asked a very reasonable question earlier as I was on my way back to the bagel shop. Wow. A simple query was met by a smear campaign in a matter of seconds. And the kicker was, I have never weighed in on Bond or his Gruen watch. Unbelievable. Well, I don't know anything about that situation there, campers. That's pretty interesting. Good evening, crybaby saggy skin. Best avatar, I think. Yeah. Is it a coincidence that the DNC, you mean the Democrat National Committee, is around $2 million in debt after USAID cutbacks were implemented and an enhanced legal scrutiny of ActBlue's activities? I saw a video, I don't remember what channel it was on, of actor Richard Gere, who's a full-fledged Hollywood ultra-leftist, ultra-libtard. And he was somewhere like in Thailand or Myanmar or some place like that. And he was talking about how he has TDS. He's maximum Trump derangement syndrome. how budget cuts to the USAID is just absolutely horrible and anti-American and treasonous for Trump. But he's fully uninformed of all the dirty money that's been filtered through and laundered through USAID, going to unscrupulous places and people. But that's Richard Gere, you know. Campers. I have accepted his... I think I feel so awful because I can't breathe here. It's so awful with the dirty air from the fires. I have accepted his half-hearted retraction. However, let me put the fan on. Maybe that'll help. However, poor Rufus, who was said to, quote, know nothing save for what he can pull up on Google, still has a score to settle with Higgy. Well, this is very interesting stuff here. I'm not aware of these stories. Boris, PhD. New dungeon is inwatchable. Eddie is a degenerate of the highest caliber. Now, do you mean inwatchable or unwatchable? I'll accept either. Yes, that's true. I wanted to discuss this with Higgins. Or just, not with necessarily Higgins, but just make some comments. Yeah. Yes, it is unwatchable. Yeah, we'll get to that moment. Celerity, speed. I may have heard that word, but I'm glad I'm not taking an SAT right now, and that's one of the words there. That's very good. Campers. It's literally like a real-life ironweed. Save any artistry. Wow. Jonathan Quayle Higgins III. I have apologized for confusing you with Rufus, Campers. Move on. Mach schnell. Mach schnell. Campers. See, the only German I can speak is from World War I, World War II, military movies. That's all I know. Mach schnell. Raus. And so on, Ende hoch. I think to smoke means smoke a cigarette is Wrach. I forgot that. But that kind of stuff. Okay. Aufstehen. That's all I can speak. I'm thrilled, I'm thrilled to see the Central Florida Psycho being forcibly removed and trespassed from the diner. What is that referring to, System? Central Florida Psycho? Are you referring to Doc's report? He's not... Oh, I see what you're saying in the picture. I'm thrilled to see the Central Florida Psycho being forcibly removed and trespassed from the dinner. You think that represents Doc's report? Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Uh-oh, here we go. Floppy chopper. Yes. Now, if you can only learn how to use an apostrophe instead of a comma, then you'll really be in good shape. Jonathan, I am now officially a celery watch expert. I have been called worse, correct. Campers, don't fret. I found your behavior interesting, is all. Good evening, Breitling. Reasonable. Now, that is definitely a lost word, not in the vocabulary in much of the verse. Oh, I hope those benzos kick in faster. All right. Great word. Yes, very good. Crybaby. All opinions of people that use gerbils for sexual pleasure should be thoroughly rejected. So Richard Gere and Narc can't be taken seriously. Well, that's the famous gerbil urban legend about Richard Gere, which is over 25 years old now. It just never goes away. Yeah. Anyway, okay, great to see everybody. So I'd like to make a few comments about the new Horology Dungeon channel. Where was that comment from? Here it is, from Boris, PhD. He says, the new Horology Dungeon is unwatchable. Eddie is a degenerate of the highest caliber. I'm just reading what Boris, PhD, said. I'm not saying that. I'm just reading the comment. Okay, I want to talk about the new dungeon. Now, I'm not in on this behind the scenes, so I don't know the details. But I'll give you what my understanding is of what's going on or has happened on the dungeon. And my understanding, and I'm not saying this is accurate because I'm not, behind the scenes in with the right people there in charge, is Mr. Higgins purchased the dungeon channel, lock, stock, and barrel, from Archie Luxury. And it was fully transferred. Archie Luxury now has no ownership at all in the Horology Dungeon. Mr. Higgins is now the owner. This is what I've heard. This is my understanding from what I've heard. If I'm mistaken, then someone can correct me or add more info. So Higgins is the proprietor of the Horology Dungeon. Well, since that's happened, I noticed today or yesterday it just got monetized, which is nice. Okay, that's a pretty positive thing. But regarding what Boris says, what I've noticed on the dungeon is it's basically almost or practically 24/7 Eddie, Chicago Eddie content, and Marcello content, and Mr. Tanzil was on earlier today. He did a show, and so the new dungeon, I have to agree, it's unwatchable trash. Before my show came on, I noticed that the dungeon was on. It showed 6 viewers, and Eddie was on on a dark screen with some woman talking about I don't know. So I started up my show, and then when I was ready to get on, when I went back to YouTube, I saw he had 85 viewers. So I've noticed that on the Eddie Dungeon channel, that the viewership goes anywhere from 6 to 85 to 158 to the multiple hundreds. So somebody behind the scenes is playing with bots and purchased views. This sounds like a Patel Philippe maneuver, Tanzil. It sounds like a Tanzil operation with the buying of views and live viewers and all that stuff. It's none of my business, but come on. We know the psychopath, pays for views and all that stuff. But it's really awful. And so when as I was getting my show ready to get started, I noticed Eddie was on there talking about ass cleaning. This was about, 30 minutes ago. He was telling a story about he was with some girl, and when she got undressed, her panties were full of shit, and he had to teach her how to wash her ass properly. This goes back a year ago to when Eddie talked about how he has just about the cleanest ass in Chicago because of his special ass cleaning technique, which, if I recall, involves seashells. This is something he picked up in the big house. It was something like that. But, it's just literally unlistenable, unwatchable. And I don't know. So my first question that I put out to myself is Higgins proud of this content on his channel? This is Higgins. Higgins is the owner. Is this the content that we can expect on the Horology Dungeon under the new ownership? It's unbelievable. Oh my God. Yeah, Max. Hello, Max. Unbelievable brain rot. Yes, that's correct. It's just awful. Beyond it's breaking new barriers of awfulness. Jonathan Higgins. Morty, what are your thoughts about Surdy Danny's return to the dungeon and playing the Auntie from China song live? A-grade content. I don't know anything about that. I don't know that song, and I haven't seen, of the little I've seen of the new dungeon, I haven't seen Dirty Danny there. So I really don't have an answer for you on that one, Higgins. Okay. But, you know, come on. Dirty Danny compared to Eddie talking about ass cleaning. I mean, there's just no comparison there. Gampers, if it was bought outright, why would there still be a mandatory kick-up to AC3? Now, I don't know anything about this, but that is a very interesting, provocative question. Is there anything going on with that? Could that be part of the purchase arrangement? The kick-ups continue? Or my understanding, and again, I don't know the facts, is Mr. Higgins is the sole, full, complete owner. And if I'm mistaken, then I just don't have that information. P. Glenn, good evening. Nothing but garbage and trash. This is the degeneration of society. Well, you got that right. That's correct. Jonathan Higgins, you are welcome running shows on the independent and fully monetized Horology Dungeon. As an old friend, I am offering you a 50-50 profit sharing. Well, that's a very nice, generous offer, and we can talk about that. Thank you for that. By the way, and I'm not asking for an answer, but now that you are the sole proprietor of the dungeon, does this mean that you will block and ban certain people who are just off the scale of being, you can't say egregious or conspicuously bad, you have to say just evil, foul, and hateful, and viscountness, and misogynistic? Are you going to disallow those kinds of people on the dungeon since it's your channel? I would like to see what you're going to do regarding that. Okay? Because those are vile, horrible, hateful people who will do nothing but just destroy, bring down even worse than the ass-washing content. They'll make it even worse. Breitling, bots are abundant. You can tell often by the chat. Yeah, I mean, 1 minute it was 6 people, next minute it was 85 people. You know, then it's 150 people. I mean, I don't know if that's Higgins or Tanzil or whoever, but come on. Whatever, you know. Unbelievable brain rot. That's correct. Okay. Gampers. And I'm not saying this because I'm relishing, you know, Higgins having a shit channel, which so far, for the last 3 days, it has been. I'd like Higgins to have a really splendid channel that he can be proud of, that we all can be proud of. But right now, it's beyond even unbelievable brain rot. I can't believe the master of the marzipan would allow such garbage, trash, filth content to get 6 viewers, which are faked up to show 85. But okay, you know, who am I to be so picky? Jonathan Higgins, there are no kick-ups to AC3. Where does that rumor come from? Archie is out. Okay, well, that clarifies that. Well, there's going to be lots of rumors because there are people out there who just say, fuck it, just make it up. So, you know, so that's good. We got that answered clearly and right to the point. Very good. Boris, Jesus, we used newspaper in the Soviet Union and a hose, but seashells is a new method to clean oneself. Now, I might be mistaken or not precisely correct, but somewhat correct. But I think I recall about a year ago when Eddie was on, I guess, the dungeon. He was telling stories about being in the big house, how he kept his ass immaculately clean, and he had developed a method of using 2 seashells, conch shells, seashells, or something like that. And he had a technique of using the water and pouring the water from the shell on his ass, and it was very precisely detailed how he cleans his ass. He prides himself on his clean ass. I'm not making this part up. He talked about this maybe a year ago. So, System, The volume of prison stories coming out of Chicago is both jaw and soap dropping. Well, listen, I mean, I've said this, nobody believes me, but most of these channels in the community and most of the leading personalities in the community consist of ex-felons, ex-convicts, ex-drug dealers, people convicted of breaking and entry, grand theft, retail theft. I mentioned not drug taking, but drug dealing. Narcotics, illegal drugs, physical assault, assault and battery. This is all true. These are the leading people. Think about who runs channels and who are many of the top 10 people out there. I'm absolutely correct. No one discusses this, but this is what the Archie Luxury community that started 17 years ago with Louis Vuitton handbags and Mont Blanc pens and, how to recognize a Louis Vuitton bag from a fake. Quality, interesting content like that. Now it's about ass washing and etc. Campers. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. Breaking. Pluta locked out of dungeon. No tribute for you, Higgy. Wow. Campers. Excited for live streaming 24/7 from the holiday market come Christmas time. Those are really wonderful streams. And Higgins Christmas time shopping at the outdoor markets and the stores there. Terrific. Perhaps I can offer some Schaller and Weber content from the Upper West Side of New York. Well, that would be phenomenal, including the mustard selection. Higgins, you are welcome to participate on our streams anytime. I'd love to see Gampers on the dungeon as a guest. He's never come on my channel. He is regularly, in the chat frequently, but even though I've offered him to come on the panel, but he never does. That's okay. Brightling, the live chronology of a degenerate is really just sad. Watching degenerates ruin long-term brain chemistry and them isolating themselves from meaningful human connection is really sad to see. Oh, I also forgot to mention the community leaders. There are also A-level racists and anti-Semites. This is all true, and misogynists. They're abusive to women, very abusive. Very abusive. This is all documented. Okay, Gigadwa, yes. Davy Small, Davy Smalls. Hello, Davy. Gampers, as I'm not able to look into the future, I could not pre-plan Dodger's instant change of mind. Apologies. Morty's a hell of a nice guy. Morty's the nicest guy of everyone out there. This is a fact, I have 7 years on this show proving it, but nobody wants to believe that. The Higgai. Oh, I heard Easy Company on the dungeon, if I recall correctly. Easy Company has been getting smashed with hate and derision recently. Primarily, I think, because of a comment he made, or comments he made regarding our friend Mental Jock, which were, of course, just vile. But that's another topic I can discuss. Oh, hey, look who's here, Mental Jock. How you doing, Jock? Okay. I currently don't have that on the computer. Because I'm uploading all these new videos about puffins and whales and psychopaths and stuff. Yeah, I'm not asking. This is going to be volatile if I bring this up. I support Jock completely in his being outraged and pissed off about Easy Company's disgusting comments he made about during his service in the military. Okay, during his noble and intense and service in the military. I mean, anybody decent would support that completely, which I certainly do. And Easy made a couple comments which were just absolutely despicable and vile. I'm sure it's related to being in an alcoholic stupor. But when I heard Jock displaying his anger and being pissed off about Easy Company's shit comments, I had to say to myself, and I'm not looking to create a story with Jock, but I had to say that to myself. I had to say to myself, and I understand Jack was the party involved, so Jock, of course, was pissed off. But is that any worse than telling somebody to go get a rope and hang yourself? Go get a knife and cut your throat and just fucking kill yourself and do everyone a favor? Is that any worse than go find a bridge and jump off? Is it any worse than talking about fucking children and wives in the ass? I mean, I'm not making this up. Is it any worse than Archie saying, I'm going to rip your throat out and fucking kill you? Is it any worse than the Auschwitz oven episode? I mean, this shit goes on repeatedly. In this instance, it involved our friend Mental Jock with an absolutely despicable, disgusting, fucking sick comment about his military service coming from Easy. All right, and I can understand his counterattack, so to speak. But I don't feel as despicable as Easy's comment was. If you put that in the pot of years and years of vile, hateful, go fucking kill yourself, go cut your throat, go jump off a bridge, fucking your children and wife up the ass, and then coming on your face, was the end of that particular tirade, and threatening someone's union apprenticeship because he knows people. And I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So Easy Company's comment was disgusting and fucked. But is it worse than all these other things I've been mentioning? And the endless list of hate, calling people a fucking Nazi and Joseph Goebbels it's just the list is endless. I mean, Oh, what about our friend Original OC, who's going to get a rope? I mean, this is on, I'm going to go get a rope if you don't give me my money, and I'm going to fucking strangle you or choke you to death right in front of your family. And Original OC saying, when people are rich and successful, they don't do these things themselves. They know people to go and break legs, and I will break legs if I don't get my money back. So, I mean, to pick on Easy alone, I don't feel is right. I mean, he certainly deserves a major remount for his horrible comments about Jock. But when you put it in the potpourri of turd-level fucking degenerate shit over the many, many years, there you have it. Doc BBW denies the dungeon sale ever took place, says JT. Says it was faked. Are you saying Higgins is participating in a fake? I think you're just reporting that Doc BBW, the moon landing denier, said that it never took place, the dungeon sale. Well, since the moon landing never took place, it goes to follow, ergo, the dungeon sale never took place. Well, there you have that. That's simple. Yes, hello there. Crybaby, yes. I think it's Crybaby Saggy Skin has got those clips of Original OC threatening to strangle someone to death with a rope and to break legs. Yeah, I mean, okay. Gampers. Higgy, to what do you attribute this, quote, instant change of mind? And given your tempestuous nature, what was your immediate reaction? Gigadwa, bring the jizz clips back, crappy. Oh, maybe. Okay. I got lots of video content coming up. That's the thing. I just can't keep showing the jizz, the psychopath jizz videos. Okay. Bateman. Easy is a degenerate. A shock to nobody. Well, I love this comment, and I'm not calling Bateman a degenerate, not at all. But it's an interesting thing that where somebody in the verse who is a degenerate, and I'm not saying Bateman, but you have degenerates calling out other people as degenerates. You see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any, it's just beyond belief. Okay. You got, okay. JT. Angelic called Easy a child beater, which he's admitted to. Ah, yes. Well, the thing about that is I would have to, for me to make a decision, or I would ask anybody when they're considering this issue about the alleged child beating, what is the policy in Vietnam in school of corporal punishment? When I was a kid, corporal punishment was a fact. It existed. Teachers, especially gym coaches, were allowed to paddle students and verbally abuse the fuck out of them and slap them. I saw this when I was a junior high school age. And that doesn't go on anymore, okay? But some countries allow corporal punishment, and it's fully accepted, and maybe it's desirable. I mean, Victorian England is famous for taking the teacher taking what did they call that stick? A hickory stick thing. I forgot what they called it. And they would, in Charles Dickens' England, whack the student on the head, that kind of thing. Well, you can't do that anywhere anymore, luckily, thankfully. But beating a child, I don't know if he's, beating a child. A gentle nudge is not beating a child. And I heard somebody out there saying he's all for reporting him to the employer and getting him fired, which is absolutely outrageous. Okay. Angelic called Easy a child beater, which he's admitted to. And Easy was so offended and demanded a cease and desist. Yet he had no problem saying what he did to Jock. Well, he's drunk. Hypocritical weasel. And I'm going to say this, JT. If you're going to pick on Easy, then you have to include that everyone else who's an abusive psychopath needs to be picked on too, whether they're under an alcoholic stupor or not. So why is Easy any different than any of the other psychopaths and deadbeats and convicts and drug-addled people, brain-addled drug users out there? I'm not referring to myself in that comment. Okay. Yes, tempestuous, very good. All right. Now, Puck Elf gets a lot of fucking abuse from people in this community. I don't see why. I mean, I've heard he said some horrible things. He did say the N-word 3 times on my show. And on the 3rd time, because I warned him if he does it one more time, I'm just going to ban him because I don't want to deal with that. And he honestly, profusely apologized. So I really believe it just slipped out. And he's still welcome here because he's a very good guest, okay? And people who they feel so superior to Puck Elf, but in fact, many of these people out there who criticize him are inferior to Puck Elf as a panelist in terms of depth or breadth of knowledge. Breadth. B-R-E-A-D, breadth. Okay. Easy lied directly to Suckerhorn's face. Okay, now that story I don't know. So that's, okay, there's more out there, but I don't know that. Exactly. Jesus. Very nasty. Okay. JT. Easy destroyed Suckerhorn's bathroom and never... Oh, I remember that story. That was a classic. Now, that's an Archieverse classic story. Easy was in Thailand with Suckerhorn, and he was in Suckerhorn's room. This is the story I recall from Easy about a half a year or a year ago. And Easy had an uncontrollable diarrhea, major shit explosion that he couldn't hold in. He couldn't make it down the hall to his room or to the lobby men's room. So he asked Suckerhorn if he could use his bathroom, and Suckerhorn said, yeah. And he went in there and basically blew it up with his massive explosion, ash blast explosion. Totally destroyed it. Suckerhorn was sticking his head out the window trying to get a breath of fresh air. He was suffocating. He was asphyxiated from the methane blast, and the bathroom was just destroyed. The toilet cracked in half. They had to call maintenance to clean it up. And did he ever apologize to Suckerhorn? That I don't know, but that's a very good point, JT. Okay, but that was a true story. Okay, Mental Jock. I will be listening, about to drive. There's a lot of very below-the-belt shit, Morty, unfortunately, but it happens so often it all gets mashed. That's correct, Jock, yeah. Shit goes on all the time, you know. What about when you-know-who talked about raping one of the women on these channels? Anybody remember that? I remember that. Yep. I'm not making it up. I remember it. You know, that guy. Breitling. The misogyny is widespread. It should, come on, Benzos, kick in. It should not be a surprise few women stick around these streams. Well, when they get verbally accosted and attacked and threatened with rape and vile filth content and attacks, why would they stay around? Okay, degenerates and misogyny often intersect. Correct. Jonathan Higgins. JT, we should celebrate him for having done that. Celebrate who? Easy for blowing up Suckerhorn's hotel bathroom? Can you imagine the poor maintenance man who had to come in and deal with that? I hope he had a hazmat suit and a Israeli army issue gas mask, because the oven comment was rated PG compared to some other things. Well, isn't that something? Yeah. You get what? These cunts are nasty. 26 viewers, by the way. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Don't send me any money, because nobody ever does, but thank you very much for watching. Maybe you'll give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. These cunts are nasty and vicious. Oh, they're disgusting. Disgusting, vile people. Oh, yes, that's right. The Gadwa. That's the one where he was deadly serious. Correct. Original OC is part of the management team or board of the Horology Dungeon. No. The Elite Horology Channel with Higgins. How about that? Okay. JT. Higgins, yeah, but he went too far. The walls, the floors, the toilet roll holder. There are limits, my friend. Yes, correct. He blew up the toilet. Just exploded. Davy Smalls. Mike the Snake went into a house with a shotgun and pointed it at a man in front of his family. Is that like holding a .38 snub nose to your wife's head? Which is worse? And then the wife taking a meat cleaver and chopping off a finger? Or slicing your hand in half? Or whatever that story was about. You know, I watched a video today on a really interesting channel. The Sammy the Bull Gravano. You know, the mafia guy from New York with John Gotti. Sammy Gravano. He's got a really interesting channel. Sammy the Bull, or Sammy the Bull channel. And he was talking about Sicilian. He's Sicilian. He was talking about how Sicilians protect and admire and protect and worship the women in Sicily. And it's ingrained into their culture. When a Sicilian girl goes on a date, other women in the town or in the village go and... This was portrayed in The Godfather when Al Pacino met that beautiful girl. They trail along because they're protecting the girl. And if you abuse, according to Sammy Gravano's show that I watched today, if you abuse a woman, if you rape a woman in Sicily, you're just dead. They just kill you. I mean, that's it, man. You're just dead. Okay. The family will do it, or a friend, or the village. They'll just come out and kill you. Okay. If you abuse a woman, you're just, forget it, So I don't know where this pointing a .38 snub nose at the wife story is about, but I'll believe it. Why not? I'll believe anything out there. Yes, Max. You get what? Cho, choke. Writing a song? Gigadwa. JT, Davy Smalls, he's not a nice guy. He just plays a nice guy on panel. You talking about me? I'm a hella nice guy. Hella nice guy. JT, we all know that Easy does not do half crap. No, he goes all the way. When he's going to go, he goes. Okay. But you know who had an equally big anal blast was Archie Luxury about 10 years ago. He was at the Sukhothai Hotel in Bangkok, which was his favorite hotel buffet restaurant. And he did like 4 or 5 or 6 visits to the buffet section. 4 or 5 refills with the honey pork and the crab claws and lobster claws and all that. And about an hour or two later, he was sitting in the hotel lobby toilet doing a live stream. And he was sitting on the toilet. This is true. He was sitting on the toilet, sweating, hyperventilating. His face was red, beads of sweat all over his face. And he was, oh my God, I ate so much. I ate too much. Oh, I'm so sick. I'm so sick. So that must have blasted out the hotel lobby. They probably had to evac the hotel for a couple hours. So, I mean, okay. Keegan, what? Boy, Tano's plugged in with those people, baby. Well, who knows? Man with an above-ground pool in the backyard, you don't know what they know, who they know. JT, he punches them in the rubs. That's not paddling. Campers. I think there are levels of degeneracy is the point. Sort of like when you're sentencing someone for a crime, Morty, or assessing a burn. Well, there are levels of degeneracy. There are levels of theft. Stealing a Hershey bar from a 7-Eleven is different than stealing, bales and bales of somebody's copper, or stealing money from a bank. So, of course, there are levels. Switches, that was it. Switches and rulers were still allowed in Crappie's. Rulers were, yeah. Switches, that's the stick that they used to use in Victorian times, or colonial America. Switches and rulers were still allowed in Crappie's day, baby. Yeah. Ribs, okay, got it. Max, Easy gave the kid 1 in the pit and 2 in the rib. Holy fuck. He said he punched the kid in the ribs. Well, first off, even in an Asian country, if the teacher is punching some kid in the ribs, he's going to get fired. No parent is going to tolerate that. Period. So there's a lot to this story which is very suspect. Okay. Peakland, people used to also sacrifice virgins to appease the gods. It doesn't make it right. LOL. Doesn't make it wrong. I don't know. Morty, Bateman, Morty protects all degenerates. Noted. I do? Max Carter. Have you quit the cannabis? I'm not sure. I like the benzos much more. But I don't know. I still have a nice little supply of the edibles here. So I don't know. Okay. Hey, Davey, Easy looks like he has bouts of dysentery. Wow. Well, we don't know what the water is like in Vietnam, so, who knows? Gampers, Puck is a fine example. It's not a matter of feeling superior. It's recognizing someone with severe mental illness. Surely you recognize. Well, I've stated that my opinion of my comments on Puck, the guy clearly is in emotional and physical pain. And I'm trying to, when I talk to him, I like to make him laugh and give him some support, emotional support, and, get him on some nice conversations to, as stress relief or take his mind off his pain, his emotional, psychological, physical pain, But if you're going to pick on him as being someone with severe mental illness and not equally include dozens of other people out there in this community, then that's not a fair statement, campers. Okay, Boris, I'm going to disagree with Puck Elf being a great... I didn't say... Did I say he was great? I said he's a fine panelist. Okay, being a great panelist. Genuinely would prefer to listen to Jax and Dr. Bob than Puck Elf. Well, that's a fair enough comment. Okay. Narc deserves to be back on the diner panel if Puck is... Narc is a piece of filth. And I'll never talk. He's never coming here. He's a vile, fucking degenerate piece of filth. Eddie is my favorite ex-felon in the verse. Okay, I thought about doing a couple shows. One is who's your favorite ex-felon, ex-convict in the verse. Another one was if you were going to go to prison, if you were sentenced and were going to prison, of all the people in the verse, who would you pick to be your cellmate? There's over a dozen you could choose from. But I decided not to do that, not to make a show out of that. It's just, Bateman Higgins. Bateman called me Nazi and Führer yesterday on Jock's comment, and Jock did not blink an eye about that. Well, you see, Bateman, it's uncalled for, but people out there, when they get called Nazi and comments like that, nobody says. I'm the only person who says anything, and Higgins speaks up about that too. And calling anyone a Nazi is fucking vile and disgusting. But nobody calls people out. Nobody. I do. And Higgins does, and maybe a couple others, but I've watched Jock's show today or yesterday for about a half hour when I caught it, and I saw 2 or 3 vile, vicious anti-Semitic comments from one of his regular viewers, and nobody, not only Jock, nobody says anything. I see this racist and anti-Semitic comments and vile fucking filth comments, and nobody says anything. Nobody, except me and less than a handful of other people. Now, maybe Jock didn't see those comments. I don't know. That's very possible. Okay. But he's got people with wrenches, and the people with wrenches who are supposed to be, quote, moderators, no wrenches moderate anything, It's, all right. Eddie, all right. Campers, do you listen to John Elite? Oh, he's a mafia guy from New York. He does a lot of videos. I don't care for him. He's not one of my the mafia guys I like to watch. A lot of people don't like him, who he worked with. They say he's fucking full of shit. But the Sammy the Bull Gravano channel is really amazing. He's more interesting than Michael Franzese, who this guy is like Marcus Allen Frischman. This guy Franzese he's a brilliant guy, and he's an absolute world-class grifter, bullshit artist. Yep, no question about it. But people fall for that shit. Anyway, Higgy is a professional victim. People get called professional victims, but when, like where Bateman is calling that to Higgy, I get called that all the time too, or many times too. That's because you speak out about something that's egregious and vile, and instead of anyone recognizing, well, yeah, what he said is correct, you just get called a professional victim. So you could twist that and say, well, you're a professional abuser. You're a professional insulter. You're a professional mutant. I don't want to call anyone I don't want to call Bateman a mutant inbred, but, psychopath. Well, okay, you're a psychopath. You're a sociopath. I mean, whoever. Not Bateman, but whoever. So, these comments are just, they're accepted, and no one speaks out. No one. None of them are nice. Okay. Bateman can be sassy. Yeah, I love that word, sassy. I first heard that when Nicholas was referring to original OC as sassy. I thought, wow, what a great word. And then Watch Reporter used to use that word sometimes. So he uses sassy. So Bateman can be sassy. Let's not forget Archie's destruction of the toilet in the Bro house. I don't remember this story. Okay. Let's not forget Archie's destruction of the toilet in the Bro house. Jock had to clean it all up. And I don't remember that story, so that sounds really good. Oh, I think one of the best bathroom toilet stories was Much Nick was sharing a joined room with Marcello in wherever the fuck they were, and Marcello went into Nick's, the bathroom was in Nick's room. Marcello went into the bathroom, closed the door, sat on the toilet for an hour jerking off. Then he came out an hour later just drenched in sweat. This is a true story. That's what Nicholas said. Good thing the plumbing in Archie's house is easily accessible. Well, you don't remember 15 years ago when he had giant turds as big as your forearm floating around under his house. You people don't remember that. Okay. Dodger. Dodger, hey, when I was a kid, we were shot if we misbehaved. Well, okay, yeah. Bateman, Narc is filth, but Puck is okay. Yes, Narc is, this is true. Puck is less offensive and vile than Narc. There's no question about it. No question. I think Puck goes into these rants out of, he's screaming in pain from emotional, physical pain, and these things come out. I don't feel he's a vile, vicious guy at heart, you know. But Narc is just disgusting. Piece of shit. Gampers, if you agree there are levels of mental illness, how then also can you say, well, what about on those channels? Unless you are seriously claiming the level of deficiency is equal. You confuse me there. There are levels of mental illness. Of course there are. I mean, you know, somebody might just have obsessive compulsive disorder and someone might be a serial killer, psychopath. So, of course there are levels. You get what? I caught the end of the dungeon when Puck cooked Archie and told him to buy more handbags. LOL. Oh, was that today, or I didn't see that? Okay. I do like Puck's court jester hat. He wore that first here on my show. It was. I do think Puck would have been a great court jester back in the King Arthur days, you know, 1,000 years ago. But okay. Davey, Jocko's doesn't know if he's coming. Jocko doesn't know if he's coming or going. What does that even mean, you borderline anti-Semite, Davy Smalls? Anthony Weiner. Wow, long time. If I had to go to prison with someone... Yeah, I'm not even going to read that. Okay. Italians are... Well, that's not a fair comment. There are grifters in every culture. Okay. 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 Bateman. I think Jock compared the Archie bathroom incident to an IED, understandably. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable comparison. Yeah, it's like an IED, just bam. No, I don't think so. 20 people watching. Thanks all for watching and putting up or enjoying this content. Leave a thumbs up for the video or a thumbs down, either way. And, you know, help Morty pay his bills. PayPal, Cash App, Ko-Fi, it's all there in the chat and the description. I don't expect any money from anybody, but, you know, okay. If I talked about washing my ass with clamshells, I'd get $20, $30 right now. Or oyster shells. Peakland Bird Brain is a master. Fucking shit. Fuck, okay. How's our good friend Nicholas? Oh, I haven't seen Nicholas on anyone's show in quite a while. So, and that's fine. He's a raging anti-Semite, and he's a funny guy and quite smart, but he's a vile, vicious, vengeful, anti-Semitic, racist, and not a nice guy. You know, he's abusive to people and paranoid, and but hey, you know. Nothing wrong with that in this community. You know, he's just one of the crowd. JT, Eddie has the ass-washing audience. You can't compete. No, I don't think I can compete with my present content with the ass-washing content and the audience who relishes the ass-washing stories. I personally don't think I have any ass-washing stories of my own or somebody else's ass. So... I think he's got the ass-washing situation all sewed up to himself there. How about Fucktown? You mean Twinkie Town? Twinktown? I haven't seen... Well, Twinktown is not anymore. I have a whole show about Twinkie the Kid, and I just haven't done it yet because I don't know if I want to do it. But Fucktown seems to have taken the train out of Fucktown. But who knows? They may come back. For that riveting content. Yeah. Game over. Right. All right, we're here. I got 19 viewers. I'll put up the info. Oh, let's go ahead and play that brand new video again, and then we'll open up the invite link, which nobody will come on, and that's hey, whatever. All right, let's go. Yeah, here at the diner, we reserve the right to refuse service to anyone, and that can include psychopaths, sociopaths, racists, anti-Semites, and people who just frankly don't know how to clean their ass properly. You know? Okay. Let's move on to the second part of the show. JT moved on from the 50s diner thing to an 80s diner thing. Okay, very good. All right, so let's talk about, let's bring on a screen share, if I remember how to do this. Let's see if this works. Hey, did it. Okay. So here's a beautiful puffin video with Mulva, one of our beautiful waitresses. All right. And I want to talk about the fires going on here in Oregon. It's absolutely unbelievable. And Washington State. Absolutely unbelievable. So here are some just screenshots of the news from today. This is Fox 12 TV, Channel 12 here in Portland, Oregon. Though a lot of people believe I'm in Seattle and Los Angeles. That's okay, but I'll just pretend I'm here in Portland. So the smoke is unbelievable. The air is brownish gray. It's really difficult to breathe. A lot of people hospital emergency rooms are overflowing with people coming in who are having respiratory problems, and people are being evacuated from cities and towns all over Washington and Oregon states that are being ordered evacuated because of the out of control fires. It's an absolute disaster. So I just want to cover this for a little bit. Now in Spokane, Washington, which is eastern Washington, look at this story here. This is today on the Fox 12 Oregon website. Man charged with setting Spokane's largest wildfire went to prison for killing his father. This is a typical Northwestern America story. A man from Spokane, Washington, was arrested Monday and charged with setting one of the devastating wildfires. This is a man, now look at this story. A man who went to prison for killing his father in 2010 has been charged. Let me make sure this is showing up. There it is. A man who went to prison for killing his father in 2010 has been charged with intentionally setting the largest of the wildfires that have destroyed hundreds of buildings in and around Washington State's second largest city, which is Spokane, and forced tens of thousands of people from their homes. So here in the liberal, retarded, Trump derangement syndrome, commie Northwest, this guy killed his father, but he's out of prison again. Even though since 2010, he didn't serve a life term, he's out. And he's the guy who set Spokane on fire. This guy's name, Aaron F. Farinacci of Spokane, was arrested Monday and booked on suspicion of first-degree arson. Next page. $1 million bond was set. According to an affidavit, he denied under questioning by sheriff's deputies that he set the fire and said he had matches and a lighter on him when he was detained because he smokes. Okay. And then just more about the fire here. Next story. Oh, you see here, Mount Hood, which is an hour drive east of Portland, which is one of the most beautiful places out here. I did a show from there, if you remember, about a year ago. Oregon, Mount Hood, under go now evacuations. So the sheriffs are ordering evacuate now. It's really that bad. Same Oregon wildfires, Mount Hood Meadows, which is that area, under, quote, go now evacuation. So you're being ordered to leave. It's out of control. The fires are just that dangerously out of control. Resorts are closing due to the smoke. Here's a picture of downtown Cesspool City, Portland. You can't tell really from this picture how disgusting the air is. Look at this caption here. The Portland metro area was in the top 5 for worst air quality in the world. And what they're calling the grasshopper fire prompted level 3 evacuations at Mount Hood Meadows on Tuesday. Top 5 for worst air quality in the world. Not Shanghai, not some city in China, not Calcutta, not, what do they call it now? Not Bombay or, Portland. It's that bad. Continuing the story, wildfires continue to burn across Oregon, leading to evacuations, causing unhealthy air quality for much of the state. Yeah, I was having difficulty. And then here's evacuation level situations for various counties. These are primarily in the bottom half of the state of Oregon. But it's changing. Timberline Lodge, which is Mount Hood, operations are closed, but the lodge is still open. But look at this. This is same channel, Fox 12. For Wednesday, through Thursday, another smoky day, unhealthy air quality likely tomorrow. Yeah, it's unhealthy. I mean, it's difficult to breathe. Temperature approaching 100 degrees as well. Sure is not like this at the Villages. Here's a graphic from Fox 12 Oregon of the smoke situation. The red indicates the heavy, intense smoke, and the green and blue is less smoke. So here's Portland. Bend, huge fire down in Bend area, which was arson started. Pendleton, which is a small place, but Boise, Idaho over here. It's unbelievable. This happened about 3 or 4 years ago. It was even worse when there were horrible air conditions due to fires 3-4 years ago. Next page. Let's see here. Firefighters battling wildfires across Oregon will face hot, dry, and windy conditions throughout today and into tomorrow. Red flag warning through Wednesday. Columbia River Gorge, which is where I went last year on that trip, which I did live streaming for, which is just unbelievably beautiful. Parts of southwest Oregon, including the Umpqua and western Klamath National Forests. Wait, there's more. So here's a picture from Mount Hood. This is on this I forgot the news station. That's what the air looks like here. Can that show up? Yeah, look at that. It's incredible. Sure not like this at the villages, I'll tell you that. Yep. This is Mount Hood area, hour and a half east of Portland. Says the grasshopper fire shifts west, prompting level 3 evacuation order at Mount Hood Meadows. Okay. Yep, look at that. This is out by Mount Hood Timberline Lodge. This is a ski lift. Into wintertime, it's incredible ski areas. Yep, here they are. Here's the ski lifts here. I mean, you can't breathe. It's really just incredibly bad out there. Is that the last picture? I think so. Yeah, last picture. All right, so let's we'll just go with that. All right, let's get back to the main deal here. Let's catch up on the comments. And we'll put the link up in just a minute. Link for JQH. Yes, coming right up. Mike's Pantera started the fires. Oh, shit. You get what? Kavinsky produced that song for Morty before he passed. Allegedly. Who's Kavinsky? Campers. Morty, any new wristwatches catch your eye? Yeah, I don't have money for a wristwatch, so I just keep my one and only one and done Victorinox. Yeah. Jeez. Breitling, Canadian wildfires also were bad in the Midwest and Northeast a few weeks ago. I was in D.C., Washington, D.C., and it was rough. You could see it everywhere. Yeah, Trump was accusing Canadian mismanagement of their forests for this for the horrible wildfires in Canada. Which, of course, Carney was flipping out about with his TDS. Yeah, New York City to Chicago, right. All right, let's get the link up there. I don't think anyone wants to join this show, but who knows? We got a lot of lurkers tonight. You know who's out there watching? That usual 3, 4, 5 people. They're out watching. They're out watching the show, and they're chomping at the bit to retaliate with their vile content. You know, it's to be expected. All right, there's the link. And while we're waiting, I'm going to remove that picture. All right, and while we're waiting, let's play that wonderful brand new video. Okay, we have 2 guests backstage. So, how about that? Let me lower that, the ocean wave music there. Or not music, but beautiful sounds. And, okay, let's catch up here. Cash App, Ko-Fi, PayPal, Silver Cleric. You should link to Gordon and unbelievable. You get one. All right, what is this? Okay, very good. He's gone. Okay. And Mega Value says, great show. Thank you, Mega Value. And Gigawa. Who's Kavinsky? All right, let's bring on, we have two guests, and let's see how this works out. Let's say hello to Jonathan Quayle Higgins III. Hello, Mr. Higgins.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? And we have Puck Elf.
Okay. I'll join you later.
Oh, wait. Is this the real Puck? We have to verify first. Is it the real Puck? Don't hear anything. All right, I'm going to temporarily hold him back because it might not be the real Puck.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. There he is.
How about you go fuck yourself with my ex-girlfriend? You
All
fucking loser cunt.
Okay. I accidentally deleted Higgins. Okay. Higgins, please come back. I accidentally deleted you. I don't know what Puck was raging about there, but I don't want to get into that tonight. I didn't do anything to Puck. Okay. Higgins, please come back. I accidentally clicked you off there. Hello? And Higgins is back. Hi, Higgins. I'm sorry, I accidentally clicked the wrong button there.
No problem.
Okay.
Is Packelf still here? Okay.
He's here, but he's not talking
leaving
right now.
I'm leaving.
Oh, okay. Well, then hang on one second. Hang on. Yeah. Puck, why don't you come back later if you'd like, Puck? Higgins needs a solo appearance tonight. So thank you very much, Puck. Okay, Puck is... I did it again. Hold on. There we go. So we just have Higgins.
Look, I don't want to muzzle Puck, but I don't see a point sharing a panel with him.
Okay, that's fine. If you'd like to, you can come back later. Yeah. That'll be okay. Wow, how you doing?
Doing good. I just learned something. You have to wear shoes in your diner.
Yes, that's a safety requirement. Sure.
A safety requirement. I thought that is an indicator for pure class.
Well, that would be true too, but I mean, shoes. You might step on a slice of bacon and fall over and crack your skull, and then we have a major lawsuit. So
does that make a difference if you're wearing sneakers or?
Well, it would be easier for the lawyer to prevail if he claimed there was bacon on the floor and the client was barefoot. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you certainly have some experience with those cases.
Slipping on bacon? Well, not that I recall, but slipping on ice cubes? Yeah, I do.
How's my audio?
You sound very good.
Okay, because yesterday, for some reason, I was barely understandable. Okay.
No, you sound fine. Very good. You sound very relaxed. Are you hitting the schnapps today? Or?
Well, I'm on the benzos. No, it's early in the morning, and so my voice is a little bit different than during the day. And I'm also sitting on my computer, which makes a difference in the audio.
Yeah, Puck, it'll have Higgins doesn't want to only wants to be by himself right now. So if you want to come back later or hang around,
I have no problems with Puck, but I don't see a point sharing the panel with him when he's screaming and yelling and being aggressive.
Okay.
Just gives me a headache and gives me, makes me question why I'm doing that.
Right. Okay, well, maybe later. All right, so any comments about the new dungeon as the new owner there?
Well, you're the great interviewer, so you're free to ask any additional questions.
Okay, well, what are your thoughts? Well, here's the first question. Are you now the new sole proprietor of the Horology Dungeon channel? Well, what I mean is the owner.
I said it yesterday, and you own a YouTube channel, and if you go to the settings and you check the ownership, you're there being registered as the prime owner. There is a prime owner, and there can be additional owners.
Oh, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about.
So, but that is a
that page.
technical thing that I've not been aware of. So Archie sold me the dungeon, and he made me immediately an owner. He couldn't make me what is the word, priority or prime owner or whatever. So there is a higher owner and a lower owner, and he couldn't upgrade me because I was not an owner for 7 days. That can happen after 7 days. So at
Okay.
the end of the day, I will
Well,
be
now
the
that it's been
primary
7 days, what's your status now? Are you the owner?
I'm the owner, but I'm not the primary owner.
So there are other owners.
There is a primary owner, and that is Tan, but effectively I'm calling the shots.
So Tan is the actual owner in charge.
He's technically the owner, but effectively, in an operational sense, I'm the owner because I bought it, I paid for it, and I can do whatever I want.
Okay, so you're the financier, but Tanzil is calling the daily production queues.
I see Tan as an owner manager. If
Owner
that makes
manager,
sense.
and you're the owner, executive producer, financier. All right. Well, that explains new information for.
I know
for me.
that this is a long-winded explanation. I could say I'm the owner, full stop, but then some smartass is coming up and says, well, Tan is the primary owner, so you've
Got
been
it.
lying.
Okay.
I
So
don't
it's
want to lie.
owned. There's an ownership arrangement with you and Tanzil.
There is no arrangement. It's
Well, there's an
clear.
ownership situation that you and Tanzil are the new owners. That's all I mean.
No, I'm the owner. Tan is just the technical owner
Okay.
because we can't change it. There are only two alternatives. You keep Archie as the prime owner, which we didn't want to do, or you make Tan the prime owner.
Why Tan and not you? Just as a single owner operator.
It's not possible because I've not been the owner for 7 days, so I can't be effectively the prime owner at the moment.
How about in a month from now? Can that all be arranged?
At the end of the week, I will become the prime owner.
Got it. Okay. We got it. Okay. Very good. Fantastic.
There is a 7 day period, and I was not an owner before of the dungeon. Tan was an owner
I got
before.
it. Okay. So things are changing within the next 7 days. There'll be more changes.
In the next 2 or 3 days, yes.
2-3 days. Okay, we got it. So it's moving to the direction of you will be the sole and complete owner.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Very good. All right. So are you pleased with being the dungeon owner?
No.
No. Oh, why aren't you pleased? You bought it. You paid for it, baby.
Well, the intention was to hand it over to Dodger. And
Dodger.
there-
Okay.
Yeah, that was my sole goal. It was never my goal to own the dungeon.
Okay. So how's it working out with Dodger running the show, running the channel?
It's not finally decided. As far as I can see, he will accept the ownership in the next couple of days, but we will have further discussions. He was hesitant in accepting it, in a change of mind. Compared to what he and I have been discussing.
Now, do you
for-
mean accepting the ownership or just the daily management?
No, ownership.
So you're
Just
going
like
to
I
be
said-
the owner, and you're going to give him the ownership.
I never wanted to be the owner.
So in the transaction process, it goes to Tanzil, then to you, and then you're handing it over at some point soon to Dodger to be the owner.
Yes, there was a point when Archie offered the dungeon like sourdough, if you allow me that comparison.
Yes.
Nobody really bid on it. And I approached Tan 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I told him, offer Archie $1,500 US, and he may sell it to you, and we will recover that cost by doing Piss and John shows. So Jamie and me doing Gonzo shows, streams. And Tan didn't really follow up with that. And I just felt that it's the right time to give Archie an offer.
Nope. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I felt that it was the right time at the end of the month to give Archie an offer, and so I did it, and yeah, he agreed.
So, in a week's time from today, will Archie have any connection at all in terms of ownership at
Archie
Dungeons?
Archie has zero ownership.
Okay, so he has zero affiliation in terms of ownership or
No,
management control at at
zero.
the dungeon now.
Yes.
Wow, that's quite a change.
So technically it's Tan and me, and technically Tan is the prime owner, but Archie has no saying, no influence, nothing on the dungeon. As
Got it. Wow. Okay. Very, very interesting.
yeah.
I think. Okay. As the owner at this time, what's your opinion of the content? Like Eddie doing shows round the clock, it seems.
As I see myself,
Marcello,
yeah,
Easy Company.
as I see myself as only a temporary owner, I will not interfere with any kind of politics of the dungeon, be it decisions about the content, be it decisions about wrenches, be it decisions about banning people, and so on. So I try to keep the dungeon as untouched as I can, and I'm happy that that Tan at the moment is very happy running the shows, arranging guests, and paying for the StreamYard, and doing basically everything because
So you will certainly in another few days, when Dodger gets more active as ownership changes, you will be taking putting out no voice in terms of banning content. Operations going to be handed over to Dodger.
yeah.
Got it. Interesting.
So if Dodger accepts it, yes. Otherwise, I will close the dungeon down temporarily, or I will resell it. So those are the three options that I have.
If Dodger decides not at this time, then you will consider reselling it or
Yes.
closing it down. Wow. Okay. Got it. You know, for $1,050, you could buy enough marzipan for a year.
Well, I paid 950 for it.
$950.
But you have to keep in mind now it's a fully monetized channel.
Right.
so
Well,
I'm
that'll
pretty-
come back if the channel stays up with good guests, it'll come back. The money will come back.
Let's be frank. We could do 2 monetized shows, the rebirth of the dungeon, or however you corner it, and I'm pretty sure in 2 shows we can recoup that kind of money.
Yeah, I would say if you do round the clock shows, not necessarily 2 shows, but if you do some intensive hours of shows focusing on ass washing, misogyny, viscountness, hate, anti-Semitism, and
I disagree.
racism, you'll easily get 1 to 2,000 the first week.
I'm not sure. So I appreciate the sarcasm, and I share it with you. And there is some borderline content, but that was always the dungeon. Let's be honest.
Not in the very beginning. When it got infested by certain people, then it became that. In the very beginning, it was, if I recall, it was Dodger, Justin, and
Sirocco.
JL.
Yeah, JL and Sirocco. But as far as I remember, that didn't last for long.
No, because it was taken over by the invaders.
I'm not sure if it was only the invaders. I think even the old crew let some weird people on, which certainly kind of soiled the content. But it's a dungeon. I mean, it's called the dungeon for a reason.
Well, dungeon can be a nice place. It doesn't have to be an evil place, but it's not. I'm not the owner or participant at this time, so.
Look, I'm not a native speaker. To me, a dungeon is a dark
Well, a dungeon's
place.
not a good place. That's right. Yeah. Right. But you could put some flowers in there and some nice music, and the people in the dungeon can talk about nice stuff.
Yeah,
But then again,
people
I'm
will
not the owner,
complain.
so it's not my voice to say
We
the
had that
direction it should
discussion.
be.
Yeah, but we had that discussion yesterday already. So basically, we have two contradicting claims. First of all is, Higgins, it's now your channel, so clear the mess up. Why don't you ban this guy? Why do you tolerate this banning and so on? So Higgins cleaned the place up. And the other person says, Higgins, you're out there to be a dictator and muzzle us. And you have no good in mind.
Well, I don't think you should be like Doc's report and literally ban almost everybody on the spot. All right, you're banned. All right, you're banned. Funny, you got a funny hat, you're banned. I don't
Yeah,
think
but
you
I
should
had
be like
already
that.
10 people approaching me. Why don't you ban person X, Y, Z?
Yeah, well, I think, for my opinion, you have an opportunity to shape up that place and prevent certain evil forces from infesting it and creating, with Dodger or whoever else, some really fine content, quality content without the hate and viscountness. But it's not, I have no issue with what goes on there. I mean, no involvement, so. So if you just turn it over and let other people handle it, it'll just fall into the same cesspool that it turned into last time.
Well,
And also with that theory you have, or that thought you have about the money coming back quickly for that $1,100 or $1,000 purchase, you know, now that it's monetized, there's always a risk of it getting demonetized by some people, you know, attacking it.
so first of all, I was pretty clear that in my goal and in my plan, Dodger was getting full control. And whatever he does, that's up to his decision. And if it gets demonetized, so be it. I can only try to give him the dungeon in the best possible condition if he wants it. Or otherwise, I think the monetization is a big asset in an attempt to sell it to somebody else.
Now, you said a little while ago, you paid $1,950, was that right? That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean, not to you, but to a guy like me, that's a lot of money.
yeah.
Do you feel it was a good purchase? Worth the money? At this point? Did you get have you received $950 of enjoyment value?
No. I just received a massive headache, sleepless nights, and really a lot of flack from everybody who could criticize me even more.
The criticizers, yeah, they're the criticizers. They're all over the place.
There are no benefits so far. I'm
No
just
benefits so
taking
far,
flack.
right? Wow. You know, I watched some videos just recently about Austria. Beautiful villages all over Austria. It's absolutely mind-blowing, stunning how beautiful a country Austria is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen much of it, but I've never seen such beautiful villages and towns with the mountains and the rivers, and it's like unbelievable. And you could have taken a nice trip to Austria and.
Yeah. The mountains and rivers are nice. What I really love about Austria is Vienna. When you drive or walk through Vienna, it just feels like an open-air museum. It's a little bit like Rome, but much more concentrated.
Without all the gypsies and pickpockets.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm told this by Italians.
Yeah.
Who said,
of
if I ever go to Rome, be careful of the pickpockets. They're
I think
all
the
over
pickpockets
place.
are also in Vienna.
Oh, really?
Where the
well, I was
tourists
told by
are-
Italians, several.
Yeah.
As soon as you land in Rome, watch out for gypsies and pickpockets. They're all over the place. And I said, that's not a nice thing to say, but it's absolutely true. So
It
it
is
doesn't sound
unfortunately
nice.
true.
What can I say? You know? Right. Wow. Okay. Amazing. Let
Yeah,
me,
so I could have spent the money on a trip to Austria, but when I want to do a trip to Austria, I can do it anyhow. So it's not
That's correct,
It's not buy
that's
the
correct.
dungeon or make that trip. I can.
you have the means to go to an Austria or Romania,
Romania.
Germany trip anytime you want. So
Why would I go to Romania?
I've watched Romanian videos also. Absolutely stunning scenery at the Carpathian Mountains.
Carpathian Mountains are nice, but I prefer the Alps, if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's right. Have you ever visited the Ritter factory? Do you know if they offer public tours?
I think they do. I've been driving by the Ritter factory since I was a kid. because my grandparents lived in Tübingen, the city where I've been born. And Tübingen is on the way. If you drive from Stuttgart to Tübingen, you're driving by the Ritter factory.
In German, does Ritter mean knight, like chevalier or?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Amazing.
But it's a common family name, I would say.
Right.
So you don't associate the knight in the first place. It's just a family name.
So if Puck Elf was in Germany 1,000 years ago, his last name might have been Puck of Ritter.
Probably Ritter Puck.
Ritter Puck. That's right. Ritter Puck, in his chainmail and lightsaber, protecting the damsels in distress. Right. Very good. Wow. Okay. Well, so we've covered the purchase price, the ownership situation. Did you catch Eddie's show earlier about the ass cleaning techniques and stories?
No, I haven't caught that. But what I caught is Surdy Danny playing the Auntie from China song.
I don't know that song. I didn't see that appearance.
You know that Chinese sounding song that Archie was playing as the intro?
No. Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay.
Until his balls are sore? I mean...
Yeah. So that's a song, not just some goofy...
No, that's a song. And I think it was created by... what is his name? The cinema owner. Sovereign. I think Sovereign made it.
Really? Okay.
And it's computer generated, and Danny was playing an unplugged version last night, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So you can criticize the dungeon for borderline irrelevant content, but there are some marvels and some brilliance in the rough.
Well, I've yet to see the brilliance, but okay. But I'm going to be attacked by the psychopath for hate and viciousness, because I'm a hater. Because I'm picking on the dungeon and the ass washing segment. Because I'm a hater.
Everybody attacks everybody, so I think we will have to.
Well, all right. So, well, you've explained the dungeon situation. I think, I think you've covered the main points there.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Will you be appearing on the dungeon from time to time?
Maybe as a drive-by. I have no intention running shows, because somebody said, well, turn the dungeon into a watch channel. I have a watch channel. So,
right, elite horology.
Yeah,
right.
So, I could make some money, but then everybody would say, well, that was his long-term plan, and I genuinely don't have any intention to make money out of it. Because then you're getting even more in the crosshair of some people. Money changes a lot, and I saw that yesterday when Jock went after me.
Jock went after you. I did see that segment.
Yeah, I made a flippant comment on one of the shows. I think I wrote when Easy was running was drunk somewhere. I was trying to poke him because he's totally in love with Jamie. And
I did see a segment about that where there was a video of Jamie and Easy Company sitting a little too close to each other.
Yeah, well, he was,
and that was a little uncomfortable to watch that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's totally in love with Jamie. Not sure if that's really returned that love, but Jamie is too nice of a guy. Of course you did, Jock, and you know that. But it's all good. It's all good. And
it's all good.
Leave the attacks, and then it's all good. So Jamie is too much of a nice guy to really stand up, and I was trying to.
It's the Anglo-Saxon in him. Yeah.
I tried to poke Easy a little bit by saying, "Easy, you're my second." You're my second favorite love, or something like that, after Jamie, of course. That is what I wrote. And then all the nasty stuff that Easy said in the week before, which I haven't heard because I'm not following his shows. How can you tolerate Easy being here? And
yeah, I don't know if you watched it, or who's watching who recalls this, but about 6 months ago, give or take, I think it was the Dungeon Channel, Easy was hosting, Okay. And he saw I was in the chat and he invited me on. And we did 4 hours of chat, just me and Easy. And it was just nice, easygoing chat. No viscountness, no hatred, no racism, no picking on people. It was just fun chat. It was terrific. You
I
know.
think I think more than anybody else, Easy has two faces.
Ah.
And I was talking to Dodger and also to Jamie after or during their Vietnam trip. I was still in Hong Kong when I was in touch with him, and they said Easy was very much behaved, a gentleman towards Mrs. Dodger, which was a concern of me, and he was very pleasant to meet in person. As soon as that visit was over, then Easy started to demand money.
Demand money? How did you?
Demand
In what
money.
way? By the way, there's a guest backstage whose avatar is Jamie,
Well,
but it says slush fund dollars.
I think that's Jamie. Yeah.
Well, let's give it a chance. I got my finger on the button just in case. Hello there, slush fund.
Hello, very good morning.
Hey, it's Jamie.
It's definitely
The
moi.
soft voice of Mr.
Yeah,
Options.
right.
How are you this morning, both?
I feel
of you?
very, very relaxed right now. I feel very good.
Excellent. I'm also in a relaxed state of
Yeah,
mind.
you sounded terrific.
Did you cool your balls with a new
I
fan?
did not. I did not. But I'm pushing water currently. I'm pushing 1 glass of plain water and 1 glass of water with electrolytes.
Oh, okay. Only electrolytes or sugar? So are you drinking
No.
Gatorade?
Electrolytes. Well, actually, 1 glass of water has creatine. 1 glass of water has electrolytes. I've had 1 omega-3 and 1 multivitamin. And then besides that, I've got 1 coffee, black coffee with caffeine, and 1 coffee with decaf.
Wow.
It's a rather complex procedure, but it's simplified for me.
Are you at home in Spain right now, Jamie?
Yes.
Uh-huh,
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
How far are you from all that stuff going on with the invaders in Spain? How far
Not
away
very
are you?
far. Not very far at all.
Okay, well, if things get really bad and you need to evacuate, you're welcome in Portland.
I think you have to check your moderator. I'm not sure if he's timing out Jock or not, but apparently it.
No, Elf, you can't time out Jock. You can't do that.
Well, it's never a bad thing giving
Well,
Jock a moment of silence.
all right, yeah, but I see no reason to time out Jock. That's not right. Oh, here he is. There he is, right there. Okay, very good. All right, yeah. I saw
Yes,
the
I
video
I
of
just
you
wanted to
and
correct the narrative.
yes.
Ooh,
The narrative
which narrative?
from the Higgy. The Higgy.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Higgy?
Yeah,
He's saying that I was touchy-feely.
No, I didn't say that.
What did you say exactly?
I said Easy is totally in love with you, and you're too much of a gentleman to stand up and tell him to go fucked.
Okay. What did you say, Crappy?
I said I saw a day or two ago a video segment of Easy and you sitting on a sofa or the edge of a bed or something like that, and he was like fawning all over you. It was
Where
like
did you see this video?
it was on Dungeon or some channel.
The hate streams. The hate stream.
It was one of the
It's
hate
all
streams,
AI.
yeah.
It's all AI. It's not real.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he was getting a little too close for comfort. there.
Listen, you Anglo-Saxon, whatever you are, those gummy bears cannot be AI, so that was real.
The AI these days.
No.
they
You
even
handed
make
over
the
those gummies
appearance
that I personally gave you in Hong Kong. Are you saying that that has been AI'd?
the AI even grows boobies. It's not true. It's not true.
Wow. What does Easy mean when he says he's going back to work, so he won't be back on the channels for a long time? What does that mean? You can come on anytime. Why does that mean when he's going back to work, he'll be away a long time.
Well, his Archie-verse strategy is all in.
Ah,
For him, there's no moderation. He
there's no
doesn't
like
have
stop by for an hour and then go to
no,
sleep.
no. There's no civilized. For him, it's go to the bottle shop, buy some hard liquor, and then
Right.
turn on the stream. Run out of bottle,
Go
go
for
back, go again, get a KFC in the post. That's
Right.
his strategy, and that's a 3-4 day bender. He can't just do an hour in the morning or an hour in the evening. It doesn't exist for him.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4 day long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was a
Which is
guy here
exactly
on
what-
the show. There was a guy I had a guest a couple days ago. Gordon, I think was his name, and he says he buys a case of vodka at a time, which is 10 bottles, and he has 2 to 4 shots every hour round the clock.
Who? This Gordon guy or a
Gordon, yeah, he was the first time on the show here.
Fuck. Okay.
So
Yeah.
okay,
Doesn't sound good.
And that's exactly what happened in Vietnam. Me, Dodger, and Mrs. Dodger went for like 3 days.
Mhm.
We told him we were only coming for 3 days, and then he's booked a 7-day stay in the bloody hotel,
Mhm.
and then he's complaining that we're not giving him money to pay for the bloody. We're not there for 7 days, buddy. What are you booking a set? The reason you're booking a 7-day hotel is because you want to beat yourself up with alcohol for 7 days.
Mm. And this is easy. You're talking about,
Oh yeah.
right?
I
Wow.
for a moment, I thought you were talking about me.
No. You're an angel, Higgy. You're an angel.
So he wanted a 7-day bender. I get it.
I'm an angel investor now. Now that I bought the dungeon.
AI.
Amazing.
So yeah, I've been thinking about this dungeon business. What about handing it over to Jock? Jock is a budding entrepreneur,
Mm.
and he could recoup the money. He could run shows, recoup the money, and pay you out, get you out.
I was more thinking about selling it to Morty.
Well, that can't work because I don't have any money to buy it from you. And
You
number
can pay
two,
me back in installment.
installments. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of that, if I went over there running shows, I would be attacked relentlessly by the haters. So I don't think. I mean, once or so often, could be fine, but as a regular host, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It's animal.
I mean, it would be an animal circus.
So yeah, ban
And I
them
don't
all,
have
that's-
any ass washing stories for the audience there.
Yeah, I mean, I was having a chat with Dodger last night. He's definitely not interested in taking ownership, and he's put a very clear, at least. Hang on,
Well, that's a major news
hang on.
statement right there. That's a major
Hang on.
breaking news statement.
I'm hearing differently since last
Well,
night.
you didn't let me finish.
Yeah.
You cut me off. You always
Sorry.
do that. You always
sorry.
cut me off. You
Ooh.
buckle my knees. You buckle my knees. I can't walk. Let me walk.
Walk.
He's interested, but certainly not for at least the next 3 or 4 months, right? And he's got real life shit that he's dealing with. But he is interested in doing the odd show, right? So me and Dodger, Saturday night, Sunday morning, we jump on, we have a chat for a few hours, and that hopefully would be deemed as low risk content for the Higgy as channel owner. Higgy's risk adverse to the craziness, legal lawsuits and whatnot for whatever reason, and fair enough. So maybe that's the happy medium. What do you think?
Morty or me?
Well, that's for Higgins, that question.
I'm totally okay with that plan. Additionally, Magpie, I think, expressed interest in running a show next Saturday, and I'm all for it. I would also love to have what is the name? Magpie and the other
Jock.
guy who's
Jock.
no Chuck. I remember the name. What is it? the guy from England who is getting agitated when.
Oh, Poway.
Palve, yes, I would love.
Oh my
Palve
God,
to run a
Palway
show.
as
Well,
host.
then you've got a
Holy
death
cow.
sentence. You're complaining about high risk content, and you want Poway.
I'm not sure. Most of the time, Palve is not really going over the lines. I mean, "go fuck yourself" is pretty common, and he doesn't go further than that.
Are you in communication with the Poway?
No,
Okay.
as long as he doesn't dox anybody, I think he's okay.
No, he never did anything like that, ever.
Allegedly, he did.
By the way, speaking of buying views and bots and all that, Ocean O'Mallard, has anyone noticed, and I don't follow this guy's channel at all, but has anyone noticed that Ocean O'Malley, the guy that the psychopath is obviously infatuated love with, back a year or so ago when he had this big to-do with Blondie, he said he was a 90,000 sub dragon. And just recently, I saw a thumbnail. He has 200,000 or 400,000 subs. I mean, doesn't anybody realize how ridiculous this buying views is? How obvious, I mean,
Morty,
it is.
you're totally wrong. It's a miracle.
Oh, it's a miracle. Okay. My mistake. It was a miracle. He went from 90,000 to 400,000 in months. Okay.
It's quality content and a miracle.
Quality content. Right. That's it. Okay. Got it. I take it back.
You're talking to Higgy here.
Yeah.
He could barely sustain 10 viewers.
Exactly.
Well, when I watched The Dungeon before I started my show, and I looked at it, it had 6 viewers. That's when he was doing the ass washing content. Then when I looked at it a few minutes later, it was 85 viewers. So Tanzil,
Yeah, it's
I
also a
think,
miracle. But
it's a miracle.
Morty, let me defend Eddie here.
Oh yeah.
Personally, I'm not following his shows because they're just hard to follow for me personally.
Do you mean hard to stomach? Is that what you mean?
You could say that.
Right. Okay.
But from what I'm hearing is Eddie behaves pretty well. He doesn't bring the channel into danger. And he's running shows, and it's not that we're getting flooded with requests of potential panelists. We have to take what we can get, and Eddie was shouldering the content, if you like it or not. But he was helping us on the way to monetization. Otherwise, the dungeon would be dead. So,
Well, listen, if people like the Eddie show and he's making money, then it's none of my
Exactly.
business in that regard,
yeah. No, and let me add, I'm seeing some of the comments that are absolutely abusive towards Eddie and his girlfriend, and I'm really getting sick when I read that, and I'm asking my question: what kind of people are you to basically shit on somebody who is not well off, who tries to collect a couple of bucks and lets you into his world? How arrogant, how out of touch must you be to shit on those people with the nastiest, dirtiest, filthiest remarks that are totally respectless, and I'm really disgusted when I see those.
Well, those comments didn't come from me or Jamie. That's
No.
for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Those comments come from. I mean, listen. Anyone who puts someone else down is doing so from somewhere. It's coming from somewhere. Why? I don't put anyone down. I don't look at anyone and I think, oh, you're fat or you're rich, or because I'm okay. I'm comfortable. I'm secure. I feel okay in life. If you're putting other people down, it's because you're not okay yourself.
That's true. Yeah.
And that is projection. You don't put others down to feel better about yourself.
I think it's
That's
not only
absolutely correct.
projection.
Right.
I think it's not only projection. It just shows what an asshole of a human being you are.
That's correct too. It shows what a miserable person those people are inside, all sick and twisted.
I mean, if you don't have any boundaries towards human beings, what are you doing to animals?
Like gophers. Right. Exactly.
Okay.
And squirrels.
You went there,
Exactly.
or Morty.
Well,
you
I mean,
went
it's
there.
true.
I didn't.
It's true. And foxes, letting a fox starve to death.
Higgy's always putting me down.
Yeah.
Boo!
You're not exactly known for doing good deals.
Yeah, and making friends.
So when is the next possible meetup with the Dodger family and Jamie and Higgins and Easy Company and so on? Any talk about that for the future?
Well, that's quite. I mean, easy certainly is. I mean, that's a difficult one because of the logistics. Hanoi,
Right.
Dodger. I mean, we've got a couple of things. So we want to do a Poland trip with Higgy, right? We want to go in the electric car,
Mhm.
and then we also want to do Butlins in early 2027.
Where's that? Butlins.
It's in the United Kingdom. It's
Oh,
a
I see.
campsite, holiday campsite.
And just a disclaimer: we excludes me when we're talking about.
Because when you
Butlins.
said Buttland, I thought you were referring about one of those other channels.
No, it's a holiday camp. It's a traditional British holiday. You know, like Haven holidays.
No, don't know that.
Okay, yeah, it's a holiday campsite. Traditionally, you'd stay in caravans or chalets, and there's entertainment, and everyone dresses up in fancy dress
Mm.
and gets rowdy for the weekend.
What part of England is that? Just basically.
They have them throughout the United Kingdom.
Oh,
but,
I see.
we're going to do this one at Minehead, which is, I think it's North Devon.
I know where Devon is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Devon,
Very
Minehead.
interesting. Yeah.
So yeah, and everyone can go in fancy dress. So Higgy's going as Hannibal Lecter.
I thought Higgins would go as Friedrich de Grosse or something.
He needs to wear a mask.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see.
preparing a GIMP mask for that occasion.
Get mask. Right, very good. Wow. Amazing.
Talking about GIMP mask, why is this guy with a GIMP mask sitting in your diner?
Oh, well, because, it's reflective of one or more people out there who are just undesirables, who keep wanting to come into the diner. And they don't understand why they're not allowed here, but they keep trying to get in here. You know
Well, I
what I mean?
certainly feel out of place, but I've elevated things in this diner.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Have I told you that Jamie is an exceptional host? Every morning he brought me coffee to my bed.
And that was
Have I
it. He just
told
brought you
you
the
that?
coffee. Right. He didn't. Right.
Have I told you that Higgy is an exceptional sorter outer of waste?
Well, what do you mean by that?
So in Madrid, it's a requirement to put cardboard in the cardboard bin,
Oh, right.
plastic
Right.
in the plastic, and then organic, and it's just it's a real head fuck. But Higgins is phenomenal at sorting out waste.
I mean, I'm happy that you give me a compliment. I think you could be a little bit more nicer than that, and probably move to a different topic than sorting garbage.
Sorter outer.
Yeah.
And he's a lifesaver. He got me home. He got me home after I was paralytic, throwing up all over the Madrid metro.
With Watch Nicholas there, but anyway.
No, this was Higgins.
Yeah. You're a vomiter on the subway there, really?
Oh,
Yeah, I
big
was
time.
throwing up.
Half of his T-shirt was covered with his own vomit.
Now you see that's quality live stream content. You guys didn't video that.
Yeah, my iPhone was dying.
Oh,
I
because
was
vomit content is big money
yeah,
making.
I was
stuff.
barely making it to the entrance of the train, because in Madrid you can pay with your phone, and yeah, I had 1% battery when we left that. No, 2% battery when we left that bar, and I was barely making it to the entrance of the train station. So no battery left for video recording.
Not just that. You were my crutch. He was holding me up, right?
Higgins, what was it like sitting next to and holding up a guy whose shirt was covered in vomit?
It was kind of embarrassing, but I will give credit to the people in Madrid. In Hamburg, everybody would voice their disgust about that drunk asshole
It's because they're German.
who couldn't keep the content of his stomach by himself. And the people in Madrid have been extraordinarily supportive. One woman gave me tissues. One woman even handed me water out to rinse the vomit from Jamie's t-shirt.
Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah.
Wow. The suit of armor that you're wearing in your avatar, vomit would slide right off of that. You could just slosh some water on there and the vomit's
Well,
gone.
it would have baked. It was over 40 Celsius.
Wow,
So it would have
terrible.
baked on.
Chili Badger says Higgins is a womble. What does that mean?
Is that nice, Jamie, or is that further insult?
Yeah, Womble of Wimbledon. It's an animal.
I'm an animal?
Yes, a womble.
Wow.
Why are you calling me an animal, Chili? What's wrong with you?
It's a
Just
cute
thank God you're
animal.
not a gopher, or you'd be in trouble with certain person. Yeah, be in danger. Yeah.
Hey, did you see that message, Higgins, that I sent you about the sergeant?
Yes, I've seen that.
That was fantastic.
It's
bro.
hilarious what people are constructing out of a simple clusterfuck that we're in. But you know me, you know me a little bit, Jamie. I'm a pretty straightforward guy. I'm not smoke and mirrors and another corner where I'm falling in your back or something like that. And it's just hilarious what people see and what they're making out of it. Is there a fair assessment?
You're an extremely simple guy to work with.
Yeah.
And you always have good intentions. Certainly, as far as I'm concerned, I've always felt good intentions from your side, and a pleasure to communicate with. I really enjoy spending time with you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I haven't talked with Jamie in a long time, so it's very nice to have you stop by here.
Yeah,
I think-
it's great.
I think I'll leave you two alone.
Don't do that. Don't do
Well,
that.
when you two guys take off, then I'll open up the panel again, and if Puck is out there,
Yeah.
he can hop
May-
on.
Maybe that raised the viewer numbers here on
Who knows?
your channel.
Maybe Easy will come. Well, no, Easy's gone. He said, "Yeah." Wombles are creatures that recycle things that the everyday folks leave behind.
So basically,
They're
he
cool
says,
creatures,
I'm
TV
eat-
program. Yeah, okay.
So he says I'm eating trash, basically.
Wow.
Is it not a real animal?
He says it was a TV show
It's a
animal.
fictitious character.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
It's like
the one-
Thomas the Train Engine. Almost, yeah.
It's
No.
a fictitious character, so it's yeah, okay. So they're harvesting things.
Seriously, for 1 minute, I know Chili Badger for a very long time. Very funny guy.
It's coming to Butlins.
Never below the belt, and always very supportive, very kind, and nice to me. How it should be. And I really enjoy every single comment that he makes. So great guy. I hope one day I will meet the Chili Badger when I'm in the UK.
What
He's
an
coming to
endorsement
Butlins.
of Chili Badger.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's coming to Butlins.
Are you sure? Is that confirmed?
100% sure.
Chili, please confirm that in the
say
comments.
yes.
Maybe
May
he'll give
change
you.
my
Maybe
mind.
he'll
Yeah.
give you an. Maybe he'll give you an Aero chocolate bar when he sees you.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll give you a clip round the ear roll.
Wow. Or a currywurst. Who knows?
Jimmy, have you told Morty the story about the marzipan that I threw in your crotch?
You threw at my balls.
More crotch content. Why would you throw marzipan at in his groin?
I just thought that Jamie wanted to feel something long in that area.
You see, this is the weird shit I got to deal with.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
And I thought,
people
the,
like
and I thought
Easley,
the and I
Nicky.
thought the vomit story was pretty bad. Holy shit.
Mate, I tell you, Crappy, I woke up with my pants by my ankles.
Not this again.
I swear to God. I went to
Not
bed.
this again.
Was this
And I woke
alone
up.
in your room or with other people or what?
He kept coming in my room.
Really?
Wait. Now let's be honest for a second. Jamie was piss drunk, and I think so he wanted to go to his bedroom, and I told him, well, you have to change your shirt, because just like I said, the shirt was half covered with vomit. And Jamie's only reply was, fuck off. And he went to the bedroom and closed the door. Now, I'm an older guy and sometimes responsible. And I thought, okay, what happens if he vomits again and probably suffocates himself while he's asleep? So he may die. So I went to the room at least 4 or 5 times that night to make sure that that he was still alive.
Make sure your
and
friend was
breathing.
doing okay, right?
Yeah. And now he spins the story. Oh, I woke up with my pants on my ankles.
I did. No
And
shit.
that had
No
to be
shit.
the Higgins.
Woke- Now, listen. I sleep naked, right? So there is plausible.
Too much information.
There's a plausible case that over the 8 hours that I was sleeping, slowly but surely, I may have tried to get my clothes off. Right? That's very probable. Or they were
Or-
removed by someone else.
Wow.
Talking about wild accusations being
All I
thrown.
Holy shit.
know is that when I woke up, the boxer shorts were straddled by my ankles. Fact.
Holy fuck.
Morty,
How
can
they
you
got there, I
imagine?
do not know.
Can you imagine the anxiety that I feel when I'm talking to this guy?
Unbelievable. No number of Advent chocolate boxes are gonna.
I can confirm
put
my
this away.
butthole did not hurt in the morning.
Wow.
It was a bit of a rash that developed a few days. I put
Maybe
that down
you
to
shouldn't
the
have eaten so much
Eat
cheesecake
that.
and hamburgers.
heat rash.
Wow. Now I understand why it's called what was that? Buttfields.
Butlins.
Buttlands. Now it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Butt
jocks all
paradise.
over it. Jocks all over it.
Jock, did you really have a salty taste in the mouth, Jamie?
Yeah, I think there was the Hamon Serrano. We had
Wow.
you know what? Higgins has never been drunk in his life.
Well, he only has marzipan. He doesn't,
is
and
true.
strawberries. He doesn't drink.
Did we tell you about the salmon that we ate in Madrid and that has been served by a waitress with an Adam's apple?
Ladyboy.
What city was this in?
Madrid.
Oh, in Madrid. Madrid
It's a
ladyboy
cesspool,
content.
I tell you. It's a cesspool.
Madrid is
No,
a cesspool.
There's
Wow.
not many ladyboys in Madrid. Very rare.
But I mean, we haven't met many people, but that was certainly one.
I don't think Madrid is famous or renowned at all for ladyboys, but
No, most places aren't. I mean, even throughout Asia, you go Hanoi, you don't see.
it's
ladyboys.
really Philippines, Bangkok, and Chicago.
But Morty, maybe you can feel my pain. Within 10 hours, I've been confronted with a ladyboy and the accusations that I'm responsible for Jamie's pants on his ankles. What do you think of that?
As little as possible.
We talk with honesty at all times.
Right. I was thinking maybe it was maybe the maid came in and something happened with Jamie and the maid, but it keeps coming back to Higgins.
There is no maid in that Madrid apartment. We were all doing
Right.
it by ourselves.
There
I
is a
find
maid,
it
yeah.
interesting that Higgins, he said every hour or so he keeps popping into your bedroom.
Tell him about how I kicked you up the arse.
First of all, it was not the ass, and secondly, it was not your finest moment.
Well, I had to put the boot in.
Are you two into pillow fights also? It sounds like
No, physical fights. Boot.
physical fights. Wow.
He wanted the keys. He kept asking for the bloody keys.
when we were in front of Jamie's apartment, I think that there was a kind of default program running in his head still while being totally intoxicated. But I think the basic program was don't give out your keys and don't lose your mobile phone. But he was not able to put that key in the keyhole to open the apartment. And I said, Jamie, let me do it. And he was fighting with me over the key.
Question, Gampers, Jamie, please weigh in on your 70,000 new single male neighbors arriving by sea from Morocco.
Yeah, I mean, the images are spectacular, of course, but in reality, they've pretty much all gone home. And
Yeah, and matter of fact
the
is
streets.
Morocco has a tradition of blackmailing the EU by telling them, if you don't do what we want, we will send migrants over the border. And
Yeah, the streets of Ceuta are now being cleared by the army, the locals. So yeah, I mean,
so it's not always that easy
once
as
they're
you
in
see.
Ceuta, they're not actually in the mainland.
Yeah.
And Spain has made it very clear that they're not getting asylum; they're getting returned straight back to Morocco.
Well, hopefully it'll work out safely for the
Yeah, I mean,
Spanish
it's
people.
impossible to get all of them. I mean, there'll be a few that get harbored and whatnot, get hidden in apartments and whatnot. But yeah, obviously the images are pretty spectacular.
Incredible.
And everybody and his dog jumped on it.
Yeah, well, I found, from my own perspective, I just found it amazing that the president of Spain, or the prime minister, I don't know his title.
Sanchez. Yeah,
Yeah, he was in a photograph with George Soros' son. They're really close butt buddies, and they were just laughing it up and saying, nothing to see here, everything's all right," instead of just sending in 10,000 troops immediately to protect the border.
What do you mean, butt buddies?
Well, they're really close, laughing it up. I mean, they're obviously both liberal, demented.
No, but the term was butt buddies.
Well,
not
butt buddies are really close. That's
So it was butt with a D twice.
No, butt, butt. But in this case, I'm not indicating any romantic liaison.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not like Jamie and me.
Pedro Sanchez did go to Ceuta. I think 1 or 2 days after the event. So I don't know. But I haven't seen this image of George Soros's friend or
whatever his son's name
Maybe
is.
AI.
Yeah. They're close friends. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean the images are spectacular, of course. Ultimately, if that volume of people rush the border, you're going to get through. You overpower, but yeah, I think it's being dealt with.
Well, there are ways to stop it. That's what the Air Force is for. But we won't get into that.
Why is Elf time?
I mean, you also have to list. I mean, not much is being talked about. I mean, they're saying there's now 100 people that died. I mean,
why is your
that's pretty
moderator
spectacular
Puck Elf timing out Gampers on YouTube?
Elf, did he time out Gampers?
Yeah.
Well, Gampers is right here. There he is.
Yeah, but I think on YouTube.
Let me look. Message deleted by Elf. Oh, you can't time out Gampers. No, I'm sorry, Puck.
Morty, just between you and me, you should rethink your decision.
Yeah, no, that can't work. You've exceeded your authority as a wrench. I'm sorry, Puck.
It was a stupid idea in the first place.
I wanted to help him. So how do I remove that? There we go. Sorry, Puck. That you can't do that. So there we go. Yeah, sorry, I had to de-wrench you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I think just to be clear, a lot of the folk that went into Ceuta that day just got caught up in the moment. So as thousands are heading to the border, the rumor was spreading, it's open, and then you just had people running in flip-flops off the beach. They were just coming for the thrill and like a day visit.
There is also an investigation going on. There is no evidence so far but it may be that a state actor put out some fake news on social media, which then
Well,
caused.
the reality is so Pedro Sanchez about a month ago he regularized or he legalized about between 500,000 and 1 million people that are in Spain illegal. And he's
Unbelievable.
effectively said that if you've been here at least 6 months, we're going to give you legal status, which is
Unbelievable. What
It's
an
absurd.
imbecile. Yeah.
It's
Which pissed off
an
his
absurd
neighbors,
thing,
basically.
and it's pissed off a lot of people. But that has spread in places like Morocco. Pedro Sanchez is legalizing people. Let's go, let's go.
Hmm.
So that it's not. They haven't got the true story. He's regularizing people that are already there and can demonstrate that they've already been there. He's not saying, "Oh, if you come now,
Well,
you'll
he's
get."
he's in my opinion, he's played right into their hand, which is conquest by colonization, and he has absolutely no understanding of European history 1,000 years ago, or
I
over
think
the
there
last
was a
1,000 years.
rumor on social media that this kind of pardon, or however you call
Correct.
it,
It's spread, yeah.
ends at the end of the month, and I think that was one of the
Yeah.
the fake news.
Well,
So yeah, that's that. But there's two in Morocco. There's two places. There's Ceuta and Melilla. Both of those belong to Spain. Both of those are part of Spain. They've always been flashpoints. I mean, that's the gateway to Europe. You either try and take a dinghy across to the mainland, or you try and get into Ceuta or Melilla, and then once you're in, you can come across.
Yeah, but as far as I know, when you're in Salta, there are two border checks. So once when you leave the country, they will make sure that that you can go legally to the EU, and also you will be stopped when you're trying to enter the EU from Salta, and they verify if you have the right to
That's
go
right.
to the EU.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, yeah, it's literally you're now entering Spain, which means you're now entering the EU.
But it's not that easy, just like people imply. You're just swimming around the fence and you're in the EU. It's a little bit more complex than that.
Let me show you a map. Let me show you the map.
I really have to go.
Context.
oh, it's time.
Hold
I
on,
really have to
Ian.
go. So
Go on,
nice
you-
talking to you guys, and yeah, keep on doing the shows, and I hope the
I'm going to have Puck ban you, Higgins, so you
Oh.
don't come back.
oh crap. So okay, Puck is.
Thank you
banning.
very much, Higgins, for stopping by.
Bye bye. Bye.
I'll see
Jim.
you. Bye.
Okay. Can I show the map?
Oh, here it
Please?
is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously Morocco. So you got Spain, Portugal,
Mhm.
Morocco,
Right.
and then in Morocco here you got this tiny little enclave.
Mhm.
They call it an enclave. This is Melilla.
And that's Spanish.
That's Spanish.
Uh-huh.
And then you've also got Ceuta, which is here, which is where
Right.
this event happened.
Ah.
So that is Spanish. So
So
basically,
they're not on the mainland of Spain,
no,
but they're
no,
on Spanish territory.
no, they're across.
Right.
So the
but they're just
people,
a short boat trip across the water there.
exactly. So the people have basically swam around,
Hmm.
or they've gone through the fence.
But it's still an invasion of their of Spanish territory.
Oh, completely. This is where it happened here.
Right. Well, that graphic really helps understanding what happened even better.
Contextualized, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, as I say, from here, once they're in, you're now in the European Union. So
Mhm.
there's a huge. I mean, it's not just Moroccans. Generally speaking, the Moroccans aren't really the problem here.
Mhm.
It's who else is coming, because it's a popular route for Syrians, for Afghans, Iraqis, Sudanese, you name it. I mean, the destination isn't actually Spain. It's further afield. They want to get to France, Germany,
Mhm. Mhm.
UK, and wherever, Belgium, Netherlands.
Right. Right.
generally speaking, they're not really that bothered about staying in Spain. It's just getting through.
Yeah, well, once they can get into Spain, then it's just a matter of moving across Europe. So
Yeah, that's it. Once you're in,
Yeah.
we got
hop
the
on the
Schengen
subway and vomit your way to France. So
bomb it. Absolutely, off you
Right.
go to France.
wow, that's okay. Yeah.
So yeah, hi to Dubsy. Hello, my good friend. Hope
Oh,
you're
hello,
well.
Dubs. How you doing? A lot of them drowned. Well, it was a risky thing and stupid thing to do to begin with. You know, censorship is not the answer, Puck. Right.
But there's been a real there's a lot of videos circulating of basically the citizens of Ceuta literally going street by street, hunting them down
Mm-hmm.
and basically forcing them back to the border, saying get
Right.
the fuck out. Like there's been a real backlash.
There's so much going on in the news that there's so many stories to choose from or what to watch that it's just almost impossible to catch up on on just the basic details of each story. So
Yeah, the nuances. But it's incredible. This story went really viral all over the world.
Well, the footage was just incredible. So
Yeah, spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah, truly. So anyway, I'm gonna jump off and make room at the diner for
Right.
for Puck and others.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Jamie, for stopping by.
Thank you for allowing me to visit the diner.
And you were so courteous and polite. You didn't vomit all over the waitress, so that was so nice.
No, I've had my coffee, so I shall bid you farewell.
Right, got it. Okay. See you
Take
later.
care.
Thank you,
Have a
Jamie.
good one.
All right. Yeah, I removed Puck's elf because timing out Gampers is just strikt verboten. It can't be done. So he doesn't have a wrench there. I'm going to remove. How do I? Yeah, that's the smoke status here in Portland with the fires. I'm going to try and remove that without. I did it. Okay, very good. All right. Setting records here tonight. 2 hours and a half, and not a 49-cent PayPal. So very good. Everything's true to form as usual. Okay. And there's the link for anybody who would like to come on. And yeah, there it is. Wow. Elf. I only say good things about Elf, so I don't know why Elf would have anything bad at all to say about me. But, whatever. All right. Those benzos really helped an hour ago. Well, when I started 2 hours ago, I was flipping out. Now I'm in good shape. All right. Yeah, Jamie, true gentleman, right. Even with the vomit, he's a true gentleman. Yeah. Right. All right. So let's get our favorite background music up there. Say a quick shout out to the lurkers and the haters. Guaranteed they've been watching, as usual. All right, so we covered the wildfire story, the diner updates. So yeah, we're good. Whew, is right, Gampers. Yeah. That was a first. I've never seen Gampers timed out ever, so that just no good. All right. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes and then we'll wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for the overflowing PayPal, Cash Apps, and Ko-Fis. They're coming in so rapidly and I can't even keep track of all the money coming in. It's great. Well, Docs bans everybody at one time or another. So, all right, you're out. Go to your own channel. That's what he usually says. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was a misunderstanding over padlocks. You made a padlock comment that he didn't appreciate. Wow. Well, he's into the lock collecting. He collects padlocks, watches, quartz watches, solar watches, flashlights, and golf balls, and he's a collector. Yeah. Yeah, let's change that picture. We don't want to focus on the psychopaths all night long. Let me get. Oh, Puck is back. Okay, let's bring on Puck in just a second. Here's a beautiful picture. All right, let's lower that music a little bit, and we'll click on for Puck. And hello, Puck. You're on. I wonder if Puck has ever talked to Doc's report. That would be a good combo on a panel. Mental Jock, okay. Puck, you have anything you would like to talk about?
Well, I did, but I don't anymore. So,
Okay.
Whatever. No, you just take your gay faggot boyfriends and go fuck yourself with Jevon, Gordon, and Ken, and the rest of these fuckwits like Bateman, Gambies, and whoever the fuck this Jimmy guy is. I don't know who the fuck that is. But apparently you love to suck his asshole too, so go fucking suck their assholes.
I don't.
I'm not going to talk
Jevon,
to you again.
I
will not be talking to you again, you
really?
disgusting, degenerate fucking loser. No, I won't.
Okay. As a matter of fact, Jevon came on the show backstage, my last show, and I didn't let her on out of deference or to you, because I didn't know what you would be talking about. So I was standing up for you.
Well, that's what I mean. It's too fucking late at this point, dude. You should have listened to me what I fucking told you in the beginning. So fuck it off. I don't give a fuck about you or them. They've already gotten here to poison the situation, Morty. It doesn't matter what I fucking say at this point. They're plugged in. I'm fucking done.
Now what about that?
Do you understand that? You fucking idiot.
What about that guy Gordon? Oh, there we go. All right, well, sorry to lose Puck, but that's showbiz, I guess. But he can come back anytime he wants, if he changes his mind. Gamper, Skeletor has gotten the better of Puck. I watched Masters of the Universe because of my conversations with Puck. I would never have watched that movie ever, and I actually watched the whole thing. It's pretty amazing. Allie, Puck looks like a... That's not... Now, you see, now you can't say that. Puck is a very good-looking guy. He's a handsome guy. Chili Badger, when good elves go bad. Bateman, if we had $1 for every time Puck brought up Jevon when nobody else was talking about it. Yeah, well, I didn't have Jevon on the show when she was backstage, out of deference to Puck. And that guy Gordon, who popped in on the last show, that was the first time I ever saw him. So I don't know, or didn't know anything about how he found out about the channel. So whether that was through Jevon or he just happened to hear about it from some other channel. So, and Ken, I don't know who Ken is. So I don't know who that is that he referred to. Mental Jock, just so you know, Puck, your mic is peaking. Yeah, it was in the red zone, for sure, yeah. Wow, what a show. Okay. Rufus is out there, yeah. Hey, Jesus, Puck is still upset about that. Well, I thought he was... Well, no. I really, I mean, if you go back and look at all my shows with Puck, I've I've stood up for the guy. I really have, and I'm sorry if he doesn't see that. But what can I do? Exactly, Gampers. Right. All right. I mean, I'm not perfect, you know. I'm not Bear Clooney. I'm not perfect. All right. Well, I think we've covered everything for tonight. Squirrels and gophers, wombats and wombles, Jamie and Higgins, the fires all through Washington and Oregon. My commentary on the haters, and a variety of hate. The Jimmies and the natives. I don't know. Jimmy's been around a long time, but I don't know any information about him or who he's connected with, so to speak. Yeah, and I understand that about him, and I try to reach him. I mean, connect with him, talk with him. I mean, with sensitivity, unlike the other fuckwits out there. Puck needs a good pint of Guinness down. Oh, I don't think that. Whatever. Maybe he just needs a nice chicken sandwich. I don't know. All right. So if anybody wants to come on, here's the time. Otherwise, I'm going to close out the show. And another raging success at the diner. 2.5 hours and not 1.49 PayPal. Cash App, Ko-Fi. Just fantastic. All right. To be expected. Link for the Dubster. I heard on some channel that Archie and T-Dubs met up for lunch just within the last week. Is that true? Anybody have any stories about that? Was there anything there? And was there anything there when, what happened there? Oh. Rufus. So Higgy likes doing things to drunk people and likes watching the vomit comet. Wow. I didn't know about that vomit episode with Jamie. That was pretty brutal. Wow. Whew. Bateman. I see. Okay. It's happening tomorrow. Afterwards, Dubs is being invited to the AC2 mansion where he might pinch a loaf in the pool. Outstanding. Okay, so the big lunch is tomorrow then. All right, got it. Good information, Bateman. Thank you. Oh, we have another guest. We have Puck. Let's say hello to Puck.
Well, for the Dubster. I heard on some channel that Archie and
Hello again.
Hi. What do you fucking want, cunt?
Me?
And your fucking gay boyfriends and shit on your fucking channel, you fucking faggot. What do you fucking want from me now? Tell me, you cunt! Do it!
Okay, Puck. Okay. I'm not asking you for anything, Puck. I just hope you can relax and calm down and take it easy. I haven't done one thing to provoke you, Puck. I really haven't. I feel the zen. Yes. Time for a green tea and some incense. No, it's not gold, Dubs. It's not gold, Chili. It's painful to see a guy in pain like that. All right. The mic wasn't peaking as much. Good audio. He took Johnson. Oh, Jesus. All right. This is not A-grade stuff. This is watching a man in pain. It's not fun. I'm in pain too, physical and emotional pain, but I'm all benzoed out, so I'm, sedated. All right. Hey, many months ago, I had a really great conversation with Aussie Expat about rifle slings because I wanted to get a sling for my AR, and I didn't know anything at all about how to choose a sling, how to install a sling, how to use a sling, and all that. So I asked him if he had, because he really knows his stuff, okay, and he recommended two or three brands and models, you know, that I looked at, and I said, okay, sounds great, and today I went ahead and pulled the plug on it, and
That Bateman tells me what he thinks I fucking want, you bucket! Why are you listening to him? Huh?
okay, Puck, I want you to relax and not come back tonight. You need to, it's not a good place for you to be here tonight. I don't want you in such emotional straits. Yeah, so Aussie Expat gave me two or three recommendations, and I think it was like almost 5 or 6 months ago. 4, 5, 6 months ago. Anyway, today I did it, and I bought it, and I asked the guy at the store because he said he could put it on for me because I said, I don't know how it's too complicated. So it took him about 2 minutes, and he just tied it right, and he got it all right on there, and it's beautiful. I bought it Magpul brand in Ranger green color, and it offsets perfectly with the black AR rifle, and it's fantastic. So love it, great. Okay, got that news out there. Mental junk. I feel the love for Bateman. No, definitely not. No. W invited him to Tattersalls. Okay. No, I'm not going to bring him back tonight because he's just not in a good place, and I don't feel it's helping him. No, he's not back. He's not backstage. Yeah. I'm playing the whale music. I mean, I think that would have a nice effect on calming people down. Don't make fun of your fellow countrymen, Dubs. I mean, we like Buck here. Okay. Would make a great alarm. You definitely would get out of bed. Well, that's fucking for sure, right? All right. Two hours, 44 minutes. I'm sure the haters are watching and jacking off to this content, having a great time. It's 12:50 Wednesday morning. Oh, Bateman. Dubsy was not making fun of him. He sees entertaining value. I think he's an entertaining guy, but tonight, unfortunately, no. I had lots of good chats with him about Voltron and animals and history and dinosaurs, and I mean, just all kinds of stuff. But whatever. New topic. Okay. Well, Bateman said Dubs is meeting up with Arch tomorrow, unless he was misleading me. Or the audience. Mm-hmm. So I think we'll play a few minutes of relaxing whale music and then end the show. Thank you all for watching. I hope we gave some quality content for the audience tonight. Special thanks to JQ Higgins and, you know, the other guy. You know, the Anglo-Saxon. I just forgot his name. I'm benzoed out. Jamie and the Puck for the panel appearances. How about a link for Guy Gadouin? How about a link for Guy Gadouin? We never had that before. No, he needs to take some time off tonight and not be here. It's not good for him. Chili Badger, thank you, Crappy. Glad I caught the tail end. We'll rewind the show. Yeah, thanks for being here, Chili, and introducing the word wombles. That was very good. Guy Gadouin's on drugs himself right now. Well, fantastic. You're in the right place, so hop on the panel. Here's the link for Guy Gadouin. We'll just give it a shot, see what happens. Or Chili Badger or whoever. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up in a minute. I don't know if Bateman's doing a show later, but he probably has some stuff to talk about now on his show, providing him some content from tonight's show. Let's see if anybody else in the community is on right now. I don't see anyone else. But Bateman might do a show. What time is it in Kiwiland? Let's take a look. 7:53 at night. So yeah, good time for him if he does a show. Oh, you're on gummies. All right, very good. Gummies and benzos. Outstanding. Well, it's 21 viewers. That'll do it. So I hate to leave when there's 21 viewers, which, you know, includes 5 of the most virulent haters out there. But, yeah. Rufus. Story in the news locally here. A car was struck by lightning on the Santa Bell Causeway. Totally burned it to the ground. Good to keep your windows up if you're going through a lightning storm. Hey, I don't know why this comment reminded me of something, but I saw a video today up in Michigan. There's some incredible bridge. Mackinac Island or Mackinac, what is it called? Or Mackinac Island, Mackinac Island, right. There's a bridge up there, looks kind of like the Golden Gate Bridge. Let me see. And Mackinac Bridge, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Wow, what a bridge. And I guess it connects main part of Michigan to Mackinac Island. And it's a major Golden Gate looking kind of bridge, except it's not painted in the same color. Wow. Connects the upper and lower peninsulas of the state of Michigan over the Strait of Mackinac. Opened in 1957. It's 26,372 feet long. Wow. Amazing. So I'll watch a couple of videos about later, maybe tomorrow. What is that? Sanibel, Florida. Okay, 6,000 population. Part of Cape Coral, Fort Myers. I know where Fort Myers is, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, the shooter story in Idaho. That's a story I really I watched a few videos about that. Yeah, the guy was a expert civilian firearms guy, training for years and years, and he solved the situation using an FN 57 suppressed, perfect firing stats, perfectly trained and ready. There was also an off-duty Idaho State Trooper who was shooting at the time, but the camera didn't catch him, but it caught the civilian guy. And then the shooter who killed 3 people and injured 10 or something like that, when the guy started when the civilian started opening fire on him, then he killed himself. He just shot himself in the head with his AR rifle. Yep. What a story. Bateman's going to watch The Sopranos. Whatever happened there? Whatever happened there? Yeah. No, I don't have any money to get a 5.7, but FN makes it, Ruger, and Smith has a 5.7. They hold, my understanding, the magazine holds 20 rounds, and it's a larger pistol, so it's not very concealable. But as a home self-defense weapon, home protection pistol, it's an excellent choice. Yeah. Because, you got 20 rounds in the magazine, then you grab another 2 or 3 mags as you're in your firefight at home, and that gives you 60, 80 rounds before the police come. I mean, and by then the situation should be resolved. Right. The car was on the Causeway Bridge in Sanibel Island when it got hit by lightning. I see. Wow. I think it was an In-N-Out burger in Idaho. Yeah. Some lunatic with a rifle just went apeshit. He got his just desserts, as they say. But he caused a shitload of damage until he was taken out. Hey, yo, Tony Soprano wears a 36 mil day date famously on the show. That's right. That's what everybody says. Yeah. The episode story arc with Robert Loggia as, the guy who got out of jail and wanted back in Tony's family, or Tony, yeah. Boy, Robert Loggia was fantastic. Just fantastic. He was fighting with Paulie about the gardening, the lawnmower guy, right? And Robert Loggia was just fantastic in that part. Elf had fun, custom made and painted Voltron key tonight. Well, you see, that's good stuff. Where is Ozzy? Wonder what he keeps in the back of that minivan. Well, we don't know, but you and your family of simps are abusive and don't care about you, Morty, ever again. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. All right. No, we're not going to do that tonight, Geek Etwa. Yeah, even the psychopath said I'm a nice guy. So, I mean, Yeah, maybe I'll get that video back. I'll put it back on the screen. Next show, I don't know. The air smells absolutely awful outside. The news stations were saying to keep your windows closed. Don't even open your windows because the air is so bad outside. Just don't open them. Apparently, the Thursday, the smoky air should clear up significantly. Yeah. So one more day of horrible breathing and unhealthy conditions, and then Thursday should be back to normal. Jonathan Higgins, you're back. Morty, Puck, Elf, not happy that you took his wrench. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe so. You're probably right. And I didn't want to take it back, but you can't take away campers. You can't time out campers, and so just need to cut that off before it gets beyond that. Oh, it's a great song. I love that song. Morty is a nice guy. It's a great song. All right. Speaking of fires, did you see the helicopter crash in Greece? No, not aware of that story at all. Let's take a look. Yeah, here it is. Oh, is this it? What is this? ABC News. 2 dead. 2 dead as firefighting helicopters collide in Greece over a wildfire. Unbelievable. Both were killed. And there's a photo of that. Holy shit. Yeah, incredible wildfires in Greece. Awful. 45 miles northwest of Athens. I hope I can sleep tonight. The air is so bad. And, but, you know, there are people who've been, tens of thousands of people have been evacuated from their homes all around Oregon. Many tens of thousands been ordered to evacuate. Julie Badger, I do not know Gampers, but he has made me curious to try Portuguese tinned sardines. Well, I'm the sardine guy. I started all the sardine content. But Gampers is a sardine enthusiast, and he buys the most premium brands, which I looked up, and the brand he recommended is called Belmar, Belmar. It's $15 a can on some website I found. And I'm not paying $15 for a 3-ounce can of sardines. Yeah. Rufus, did you hear MySpace is planning a comeback? Really? I was never into the MySpace thing, 20 years ago? Whatever that was. More than 20 years ago. All right, that's it. Ending the show. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And I'll see you all whenever coming up. I think the next show is going to be, I have this on my posts page from a week ago. The next show is going to be The Sicilian Connection. And that'll be a short one. And I think the Twinkie the Kid, I'll do both of them together. Twinkie the Kid and then The Sicilian Connection, which is not really what it's about if what you're thinking it's about. And so that'll be the next show. Twinkie the Kid and The Sicilian Connection. Get them both done. and off the books. All right, good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.